Oh snap! Yo, thank you. Wait, I'm trying to get to my buddy Brandon's chat here. Brandon's variety show. Let's see what we got here. Yo, spicy guy, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that.
As a defense, they got Monkey Moon, man. I mean, that's a legend in itself, and they're legendary. They're all.
Bella, Chad, Buller, Venomous, Duck, Witchfoot, Hey Leafy, thank you guys so much for those follows. Welcome in, hope you're doing well. Yeah, if it's not where claimed or not working, refresh like 5 times, dude. Where'd he go? Like I said, Enzo, just make sure you're refreshing a lot. A heckin' lot, dude. That sucks. That's my one. Fighter isn't really doing much. Yo, Fighter, you gotta be leading us here, bro. We can't really do much.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Dang, bro, Dan's killing it.
You know the most exciting thing about life? It's how you can change it. How you can reinvent yourself.
And Team Falcons, coined the best team in the world by myself, they have still not proven it when it matters most. In finals or in this World Championship, they have 2 more matches to prove it here. They played BDS Swiss round 2. The last game was 7 goals for Falcons to 2 for BDS. So they're going to want to pick up right where they left off.
But Falcons are the comeback kings, I swear. They may drop a game, they may go to even drop 2. They'll take a timeout and they'll look like a brand new team. But I think Falcons are done tripping over those laces. Now they know their competition. They've been to a final against BDS, and they want to rewrite that story.
Every time you have a team that gets this curse on their back of, oh, we succumb to the pressure over and over again, the more times that they have that pressure, the better they get at dealing with it. But this is going to be a pressure unlike any the other.
And introducing their opponents on the orange side, representing Europe. Can they run it back right here in Fort Worth, Texas? They are Team BDS!
Man, they came out all excited. They don't seem that excited, bro.
Last time we saw them on the stage, they were playing against G2, and we thought, oh, the boos are because they're playing the hometown heroes, they're playing the crowd favorites. No, I think that Texas just remembers and holds a grudge against BDS from the last time we were in Dickies.
And the first World Championship for Trolley, but what teammates that he has. Exotic is having one of the best performances I've seen out of him, and if Monkey Moon goes to a grand final again, Bates, you're gonna have to put him #1 in your tier list, best player in the world, right?
Not if he don't win. Not if he don't win. Listen, I say this though. I say Exotic, he has been performing. He's been clutching in the Moon, man. He's not even phased by the boos. This is 2 years removed from
He
him winning
feeds
the
off
World Championship in this arena. He knows what he needs to do, and he just stands in the way. Their defense is so solid because of him.
And just 3 weeks ago, they played in the EWC Finals, and that was Falcons' home turf. And BDS came out and destroyed them. Falcons scored 2 goals in their 4 losses in that match. BDS won the series 4 games to 2. They were the underdogs, BDS then. Now it feels maybe a little more coin flippy. I'm not sure which way it'll go, but again, the crowd is against BDS. But just 3 weeks ago, it was the same exact thing, and BDS came out on top.
I mean, but this is this Falcons roster, right? They're the stats leaders. Every time we check on the accolades that we're going to give away at the end, when it comes to offensive stats, this is the team that's got it in spades, and this is the team that it was the thing that you said was going to be the difference maker against Oxygen. It was the difference maker against Oxygen. Does that carry them here, though, against BDS?
So the one issue is their defense, right? I'm not sure what the numbers are like, but I have a feeling that if you're a grand finalist and you're the 12th best defense in the tournament, that does not happen often. Falcons have to clean that up. Yes, their offense is the best in the world, but you don't need to be the best in the world. Just play a little bit better defense and you'll be just fine. So Falcons have to figure that out.
And Falcons is about quantity, and it comes with quality, but it comes with suffocation. It's really hard to break out of your own half when you're going up against the Falcons, and it says it in the stats, almost 4 shots for Rolas. And I mean, his teammates match that too, and you talked about a wave offense.
No, I see a second one.
Yeah, you can have a second one.
Wait, someone's near me. I hear someone looting a box.
Okay.
Yeah, he shot a zipline over here.
Yeah, to the road.
Yeah, he's going for the road. Pass late.
He's up there.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
Are they all up here?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a silly fight, I think.
Yeah, kind of a shit fight, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can walk up from the left?
Yeah, I mean,
teammate's
we're
already
kind
up.
of
I'm
just
taking the
sick,
zip
yeah.
line. Yeah, I'm coming.
I think they just ran. Might be a duo.
Okay. Yeah, Pappy Rab duo. Oh yeah, they're leaving.
I got the Mozum. Ran to another team. There's another Mozum if you need it.
Nope, I'm good. They're coming back. They're coming back. They jumped
One
off
of them
early. They might slide down towards Stacy's again. I'm gonna look over here.
They're over here. No, left side.
They are left side.
Lewis is going crazy.
Okay, no, I have perfect angles on these guys.
I'm coming.
Right here, they're all right here, There's 3 of them. They tethered me. I'm ulting them.
It's the best in Europe, the best region in terms of depth there is. So BDS has always been tested. Falcons, though, they only get tested when they come here, and it feels like when there's a crowd and they get tested, they do fall apart at some point. But eventually, Wave, as you said, they will win one. It's just, is it today?
Is there a trap here for BDS? Is there a weakness that Falcons can exploit?
There's no weakness.
And that's why they're a top 4 team, right? Like I always say, it's more about you got to slow down the game against the Falcons. If you play at their speed, you will lose.
And that's what's so good about BDS and how they actually beat Falcons last time was slowing down Falcons and making them uncomfortable and force them to play slower. And Falcons, their speed is what makes them so suffocating and so aggressive and crazy. And that's why they can put up an insane amount of goals. If they can meet them halfway in the midfield and make these transitions difficult, that's how BDS can win.
Chat, let us know who you think is going to win. Hashtag FLCN in chat for the Falcons. Hashtag BDS for the Frenchmen here. We will make our picks on the desk. Lemon, who you got?
I don't even know if I wrote my prediction for this because I was...
Stop.
Upgrade chosen.
I mean, unless you want to.
What?
What? There's a gold 3-1 here.
Yeah. Lewis, this box is off limits. It's our teammate.
Don't touch it.
Level 2.
Wait, why did he drop his bag? Wait, he downgraded his bag for you.
Because
Wait,
I think
Lewis.
he took mine. He took my
Oh.
one.
I took the bag on accident.
Lewis, keep that fucking bag, bro. No one knew you hit a lick, bro.
Wait, I actually don't need it. You're chilling.
Wait, Lewis is actually a good guy.
I was actually, I mean, I would never do that, but...
I would never in a million years. I literally grip the shit out of my teammates' boxes and lie and say someone else took it.
That's crazy.
Lewis is a good guy.
Good guy, Lewis. He needs to slap that vegan.
The map says not all of us are inside the next ring. I found our less friendly
Oh, vibes are high.
Check your maps.
There we go.
Harvester here.
There we got that. We should just chill around these pills and get some juice. These are masters lobbies, so no running around and dropping 20 bombs.
True. Yeah, we can hang here.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how I don't have stabilizer. Turn here real quick.
Using grapple.
Very saving here.
Stabilizer here. Level 1.
Stronger than ever, the Middle East's fastest and fiercest versus the champions of Dickie's Arena. All their hard work culminates in this moment. It's Falcons versus BDS for a second dance with G2.
It's a dream to play on that stage, but for these two teams, the dream is to win a world championship. Only one spot in the grand finals remains. Falcons versus BDS to decide who goes on to the grand finals. Game 1 at Manfield brought to you by Progressive, our penultimate match of the World Championship. As that one just ricochets wide, and it is not a hope for either of these teams to be in the final. It is an expectation that you show up. Anything less is a disappointment for these squads. They've been playing at a high level all year long, but they still have to keep going. Both teams have traded back and forth. We've seen them in international competition, highs and lows, but it comes down to this series right here. Who will have their chance to take on G2 for the World Championship? Team BDS following a similar trajectory to when they won it all here 2 years ago. 3 different faces when you include the coaching change, as well as Exotic landed on a corner booster. He can follow this play up. So too can Drolley. Only Monkey Moon remains from that World Championship squad. Rawas almost 1-1 through, but Drolley will be there to collect as they go back and forth, throwing jabs either way, waiting for someone to flinch. Drolley shot blocked by Killers. Follow-up here is just a little bit wide. BDS getting a little bit closer here on some of the plays, but gotta watch out for the counter. There's a quick shot. TRK quick to put that one netward, but Drolley able to get the denial here, and you have to be careful for if you're BDS. I mean, such a strong starting from them, but all it takes is one lapse of judgment, and Falcons will turn the knife around quickly. Rawas right at Exotic. At Exotic, the better of the two on that exchange. Falcons will try again to clear from the opposite side now. And Rawas will only get as far as midfield. Here comes Exotic again. Boy, he has put in so much work here on this floor. All the time that BDS has spent here in Fort Worth, a lot of it's been due to Exotic's continued impressive play. He'll drop one down towards Monkey Moon, and Trolley slams the door shut on the near side.
The other side of things for Falcons, Warhammer has been there, almost a close chance, but it will be denied. CTRK trying to force this one mid, does get it down there, but Drawley will deny. And now Falcons are in a good position, able to trap the ball here. Watch when these players get on the ball. Sometimes that high nerve lets you throw away that possession away. But so far, everyone's been kind of keeping it close, playing a 50 game. Falcons kind of known for it, but they got a double come in for the save there.
Now the Twins both up to make sure that stayed out. No follow-up out of BDS immediately. They take their time. Here's Exotic again, picking a spot. Rawat says no, but the net is open, and Drawley bounces it home. BDS strike first.
Again, you spoke about Exotic, and you see him go into work here. He is able to pull off every single member of Team Falcons, makes the net as open as possible, forcing that double commit. That's the threat of Exotic. Now, Falcons down by 1, 2:20 to go here.
It has not been a dominant run through this World Championship for Team Falcons. They proved to be vulnerable, especially yesterday. Killers has that ball towards TRK, but it's going to be Rawat instead. Around the boards. No threat on the other side as it goes all the way over to Killers. Monkey Moon at least sent on by. Drawley starting to charge in, but he turns off, and Exotic will keep it at the back. They're not going to dive in until Falcons give them something to worry about.
Communication for Falcons seems really solid. They aren't overcommitting on offense. They do have some strong field positioning to just get that presence to BDS, but still, they're not sending everybody upfield. They're always keeping one kind of back behind that midfield line yet, while everyone who is in front is working to make BDS uncomfortable. But BDS still maintain a 1-goal lead, and Falcons may need to speed it up. They're getting beat to these midfield challenges, and Drawley on top of the ball, not able to do too much with it.
Well, TRK was going to take his time around Monkey Moon, but Monkey Moon gave him none of it. Back it goes. Boy, how about the patience of Exotic? Not panicking at all. It'd be so easy to do with all the pressure playing on the World Championship stage this late. Monkey Moon high, Exotic denied.
Good faith on Exotic. Expected Monkey Moon to get the flip and followed up perfectly. A minute to go, though. Falcons in trouble. Unable to really get anything going offensively. They have been able to keep up the field positioning, but BDS's defense has been very solid. You expected this series to be tight going in, but that's a good 50. Exotic was last back, dove perfectly in time before someone behind him could pick up that demo play. BDS have to maintain this 1-goal lead.
Falcons trying to get out of their own zone, but that whiff on the side is not going to help matters at all. Now Exotic just playing the possession game, trying to bring it away from Killers, and now here come Falcons, all just diving into the BDS half of the field. They realize now is the opportunity. That drops down. BDS in trouble. Killers denied by Drawley. The Arcane Rawat. It's Rawat who takes charge. 15 to go. Killers going low, and the shot from Killers blocked out.
He was hunting. You can see him in the right spot. Chance here. TRK tries to drop it down. Does get an extra touch. Rawat was keeping it. Killers goes for it, though. And now TRK's little boost. Rawat has enough. He won't be able to get to the ball. Is there anyone there to keep this up? Killers does. And TRK off the respawn. Grab boost and dropped it low. Pop up high. Drawley with the 50. It goes off the corner. Can Rawat get there? Does keep that ball in play. TRK pops it up high. Killers is waiting. Hunting. He gets it through. No one's in net for BDS. Pass. No. It's Monkey Moon. Of course it is. He's the one to deny. But Falcons, no way. They're still keeping it up.
This is unbelievable out of Team Falcons, and they may get one more shot. Out of the corner, and Killers blocked out. Team BDS had to play defense for an extra minute, it felt like, but still hold firm.
But that is a great sign for Falcons, though, that fight towards the end. They are telling BDS they're not stopping until the ball hits the ground, and they made BDS look very uncomfortable, especially in those later stages. I think, honestly, if you look back there, that Monkey Moon save toward the end, everybody was low on boost. Drawley and Exotic hit a double commit. Monkey Moon, to make that decision, to go for the turn, get that.
Okay, my
Bro, what the heck, dude? Alex, I'm telling you it does. People have said the exact same thing you've said about 100 times in the past hour, and then they go, oh wait, it worked. You just gotta give it time and refresh, brother. Also, it helps to have your game open. I don't know how he didn't die, to be honest with you. I stabbed the shit out of him.
Since then, win a LAN and put themselves in position to win another.
And you know Monkey Moon wants it. That's the biggest thing here. He's been in this arena before, and he has held the trophy. He would certainly like to do it again. But he's got to stop the Red Hot Falcons, who have been dominating, especially more so towards the end of the London Major. I mean, they've been dominating all season long. TRK!
The three most dangerous letters in the RLCS, TRK, strikes first. 19 seconds in, Falcons make a statement early. Can they hold off BDS though? When you're most susceptible to giving up a goal right after you've scored one.
Big one there for Falcons. Now they're able to dictate the pace. You're going to watch them kind of control the ball a little bit more. We saw them turn up the pace there towards the end. Both teams have been really good at ball control. Oh, Drawley railed a shot towards net. Good on TRK to get the stop out. Expect high defense here from both teams. Oh, but BDS, they're trying to force the issue. Good demo from Monkey Moon Rowasco. Big 50, but it wasn't good enough. Drawley with the equalizer.
How about Exotic just holding his ground in the air? And Drawley, the follow-up. Quick answer out of Team BDS. Once again, Exotic raining havoc here on Falcons.
I mean, it was a speed test there on that play. You already had that initial 50, but Killers didn't have the boost, and Drawley was able to get there first. Sometimes that's all it takes in these situations. So now, equalized scoreline, anybody's game, and the physicality is starting to ramp up. Oh, so it's passing as well.
What else will we see out of this one? We know we'll see at least one more goal. Who will it come from? Drawley chasing TRK all the way to the back line. Killers, midfield.
What?
Yes! Oh, what a play!
He said, go get it, and my goodness, did he? When does he jump? He's up so quick. I didn't think he was going to beat Monkey Moon to that. He straight dusted him to it. Here we go. Falcons fighting back. After being held scoreless in game one, they are showing their fight in game two, but they got to be careful because BDS still knocking at the door.
They do have that quick hitter capability, but that one's given right to Rawas. Got bumped, so he couldn't follow it up as quickly as he'd like, but did steal boost from underneath Drawley. Could be trouble now for BDS. Oh, quick turn from Rawas. Almost netted them a 2-goal lead. They're not done yet, though. Twins are all over BDS right now. Another boost steal. And Monkey Moon's got to be sure-handed at the back, and he is. And it's over to Drawley. The rookie does it again.
What a touch here as well. Monkey Moon forcing the 50, straight to Drawley. Great field positioning. He just is able to get the touch before the demo. And back-to-back goals. They're trading left and right. We had strong defense in game one, but it's been offense taking the lead here in game two.
First minute, Falcons score early. Team BDS scores at the end of the minute. Second minute, same exact thing. Got to work a little bit harder to knock out Team BDS. Now Rawas watches Exotic go over top. Got that one back down in front, and Drawley was there waiting on the doorstep. Just couldn't quite pull the trigger. Team Falcons have plenty of boost here, Daz. They haven't been starved out. They have kept BDS in pretty precarious positions, but BDS have made the absolute most out of what little they've been given.
A lot of teams, or at least a couple teams I've talked to, talk about Falcons being a team that can kind of make you a little bit uncomfortable to play against. But BDS, I mean, they're very familiar with those types of play styles. And you can tell.
They have no boost and they're all forward.
They're all forward. Because, again, it's just that the illusion of the field positioning, forcing Falcons to maybe play differently on top of the ball. There's a big shot, but it's blocked away. Exotic still keeping this a tie game.
Keeping it a tie game with no boost in the tank. And then they managed to get this downfield that Rawas has to deal with. Again, the boost is 95% to 5 for Team Falcons and still, they cannot break away from Team BDS.
Oh, big demo there from Monkey Moon. Killers no boost. There's the flick. Is it gonna be a goal? Oh, he tries to read it. Exotic got it.
The read of the century out of Monkey Moon. He knew
Oh, I'm
exactly
quiet today. My bad. My bad.
TRK
My mic was muted.
kept it available. Earns an assist for his efforts as well.
It's punch, counter punch, back and forth between Falcons and BDS. Oh man, see that 50. Monkey Moon again. He's just so quick to the ball here. Championship Sunday, Monday, Monkey Moon. That's a tongue twister.
Tried again later. Here goes Monkey Moon again. Exotic was looking to steal some boost. Monkey Moon shot blocked by Rawas. And this time, no easy follow-up out of Team BDS. But that's where Falcons have kind of got burned. Second and third chance opportunities. I mean, they've given so many rebound chances. And while Team BDS have not exactly lit up the scoreboard, they've at least made Falcons work a little harder than they'd like. That one almost dropped down in front. Rawas had to save the day. And Drowley will have to settle for just slowing down Falcons out of the zone.
I mean, it's a mix of that first man aggression on the side of BDS, whether it's the boost steal or the bump, and then it's the second man challenges that have been very fast. Second man is always going to be a very hard position in Rocket League, but BDS has been very quick to the ball, and it's been kind of tough for Falcons to keep up speed-wise. We've seen moments where it's worked out, but BDS so far have used it to gain the lead and hold the lead. 20 seconds in regulation. Monkey Moon, fake challenge after fake challenge, but Rawas finally able to get the ball. Drowley's up early though. He's got to send them packing. 13 seconds now. Monkey Moon on top of that one. This one, pitch off the wall. TRK, are we going to see some last second heroics here on the side of Team Falcons? This one drops down. Monkey Moon with a big time clearance, and Rawas tries to collect. They got to go to the length of the field. Demo on the play. Monkey Moon takes out TRK, but Rawas is still moving forward. Trying to get that one, but he couldn't keep up with the ball. And Team BDS take game.
Dang, bro.
Well, the
Yeah, I saw that. I said you'd be missed. Don't worry, I'll still think about you. I promise.
I was just like 1 HP, but I'm all
30 seconds an hour ads, the lowest it's allowed to give. We're just here for the vibes, bro. Every day, 2 months straight of streaming, baby. Hanging off, dude. I got the SDF lottery. Wait, who? You know Dean. I know you know. I just don't know who you are. That name Dean said. Who are you? Who are you? Tell me.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay.
Can you get up here?
I think I'm okay. Heal here.
I have Q in 4 seconds.
Oh, he missed his anything. I have Q in 2.
Okay. I have no ammo. I think we need to go back stasis, Chris. I have no ammo.
Oh, nice. Hey, I was a cook in a nursing home at one point.
There's a dead cat over
I did
there.
that for a
Sorry,
minute.
that's
Yep. I was also a certified med tech and stuff. Good shit, dude.
They're rezzing.
res there.
I got sniped from inside. I can't
You
peek
can
this.
invest every penny you can.
I have my Q
Tell
in
you
4
that.
seconds. I think you might be seeing this
It's
right?
Vantage Mirage. Vantage is low, top left.
Okay.
They are rezzing and the other team's staring at us. We should leave. Leave.
Answered.
One time. It's so funny, and then he rages every time. So I talked to him in quick chat as well, mate, in chat. He's like so funny. Yeah. Is it also like there's like this thing in EU where Caleb has the best kickoff follow in the world, mate. Like cheat? Yeah. His cheat on the kickoff is always perfect. And I asked him how he does it, and he just says said I know you well. And I, every time I ask him like how he like is he like
Championship. Go to another World's Final.
Thank you so much, Just Follows Gamers. Welcome in. I was fighting a rogue by myself, and then he left to fight you guys. My bad. Yo, big balls. Welcome in, gamers. All right, this time for sure. Also, I'm bad. You lose gear if you die with not found minted items. So see how these all say found by Tig Biddies? That means I won't lose them if I lose. If I do die and it doesn't say that, I mean if I do lose and it doesn't say that, they will go away.
championship. Killers pass to Rojas, trying to go for the high shot, blocked out by Monkey Moon. Another pass midfield, but no one's there to collect. Killers so far back. No
Oh, I got you, bro.
Just try to play a corner to the corner, but you're right. Low boost.
Bro, I've been blazing all morning. I'm like baked out of my mind. I haven't been inside in a while. Long time.
Gotta get one drop down in front here, and Exotic says no, thank you. Another one
Ooh.
jackhammered down
Ooh.
in front. Still
Ooh.
loose, available, and popped away. Team BDS weather the storm again.
It's a good hit. Yep.
But this is good positioning for Falcons. They started off early, keeping BDS stuck in their own half. That's a good shot from TRK, but it hits the crossbar. Killers was a little too far forward. He gets demoed. Rojas with a full tank of boost, able to get back to get a stop for the time being. You see Monkey Moon waiting for that midfield pass. Someone's got to cut this. If you're on Team BDS, to get the time for the pass with Drolley, able to stop things. TRK low boost, lets that one pop over him, but Drolley was privy to it. Anytime BDS get a piece of the ball, they're going to use it to make Falcons uncomfortable.
Oh, loose ball in midfield. That one just dunked back in by Team Falcons. Could have been dangerous. But BDS was able to get it cleanly. Now Killers throw it at the back wall. Hope something good happens. Trolley's got to put in some extra work, and he does so to block that from ever becoming a shot. Another one thrown way downfield to test the Falcons. One of the twins at the back with TRK. It's Rojas. Had it drop down to Killers. TRK maybe getting a little too close. And he'll have to play that from the side. Can he take it himself? Nope. Monkey Moon very cautiously over towards Drolley. And Team BDS still don't feel threatened at all. What a big win out of Exotic. That's dangerous.
Yeah, he whiffed it. He literally whiffed it.
Drolley again. This one off the assist.
Easy
Exotic
right there.
TRK. A little bit of panic there as the ball rolls all the way over his head. Couldn't get the touch needed off that back wall. And it's an open look for BDS. We've seen time and time again, BDS's offensive aggression, making Team Falcons a little bit panicky on defense, and once the net is open, I mean, it's just a simple tap in. That's all BDS have to do.
Monkey Moon was trying to drop another one down in a favorable position. This time Exotic will take charge. Center ball. TRK just about gave it away to Drolley, but he couldn't force it through. Now back the other way. 2 to beat. Drolley coming in from the back. Exotic thought about going. Now he's on the back wall with Drolley. They got to sort that out. Looks like they have with Monkey Moon coming in to stabilize, and Exotic will just take possession in the air, give him time to reset. And that's another job well done by the defensive team BDS.
Falcons, though, a little bit of room to work with here. Great instant challenge there for Monkey Moon. Trying to slow things down. Don't want to give him a free ball in the midfield. Oh, TRK in a tough spot, though. After dodging the initial demo, man wanted to make sure he didn't pitch it off to the side to BDS. But look at that, another triple commit. Defensive breakdown again, and Drolley collects it. And now it's a 2-goal lead for BDS.
Stop me if you heard it. Exotic to Drolley. 2-0 BDS. I mean, listen, how a series starts for the first 3 games clearly hasn't mattered this weekend. But right now, Falcons are really up against it and running out of time very, very quickly. Drolley up high, down hard. No, Rojas with the clear.
Team Falcons on defense are looking very shaky. And they are giving up goals they do not need to give up. Here's another midfield pass. TRK just can't even get a read on it. 1:30. BDS, they just have to control the ball here. Keep playing their aggressive style. Falcons don't seem to have an answer at all.
Well, the vision is there, but a vision without execution is merely a hallucination. Here goes Killers. Nothing else on tap here for Team Falcons. Rojas over to TRK, and still nothing directly at the net. It just kind of falters in front. There's a bump on the back wall. Another opportunity, but nobody on the weak side. And still, Falcons yet to capitalize on an opportunity here in Game 3. That's awkward for Exotic, and still he recovers to power it away.
So much time killed here from the clock. Falcons gotta take it from around the field again. So much high energy early on in the series, but it does feel like they're slowing down. Can Rojas get this one midfield? Gets it straight down, and even though TRK was there, he got demoed by Drolley. So free ball, but Ross wants to keep this one in. Got a bump on Monkey Moon, but Exotic was there to cover. TRK with the shot, and Exotic. Great recovery and a great stop. 20 seconds left. Falcons just want something here, but it's clear BDS is not giving it to him for free. Matter of fact, that net is looking wide open. Flips down the field, and won't matter. Exotic gets the goal. 3-0 in game 3.
Another resounding statement from Team BDS.
Getting obliterated.
5 minutes away from another shot at disappointing North America here in Texas. Final countdown of victory lap in game 3 as Team BDS.
Not the case right now.
Yo, Radis, thanks so much for that follow. Game, welcome in. How are you? Drops are on, baby. The only stream in the world with drops. The only stream in the world with drops. The SDF gods have bestowed upon me greatness unheard of. Here we are. I may have sent SDF feed pics. We won't talk about that part. But right here is the only spot you're going to get them. If you're having problems claiming it, give it a little bit of time, refresh your page, make sure you have your game up too, that helps. But sit back, relax, get bricked up, take your pants off, bye. Drops are not working on other streams. It is not a joke. Unironic, like not joking. This is the only stream in the entire world right now that has drops active. It is not a joke. Not a troll. Literally not kidding. So get your drops, get slutty, and have fun, dude. If you guys got some crazy character names or have seen some crazy character names that are hilarious or gross or funny, drop them, dude. I love hearing and seeing people's crazy names. It gives me a good laugh, dude. Weird as fuck. True and real, dude. Ninja Biden, dude. My favorite, yo, what up, gamer? My favorite is the Steel Biss Drink Piss Road that I saw in like playtest 3. Steel Biss Drink Piss. Gotta be the best I've seen. Little pole. Holy heck, dude. Holy heck. I really want the torch, bro. It's sick.
TRK able to assist. Roas moving up midfield. He's playing that right side. Killer's on the left. BDS stuck on that back wall, trying to clear the ball out. Monkey Moon able to buy some space. It's a good read on the play defensively for BDS, trying again to stop the bleeding, but it's been all Falcons possession until that double commit. And now Killers will have to buy his team some time. That drops straight down. TRK tried to go for it, but the defense cleared away. Roas to TRK. Oh, what a redirect! When you need
That was a good freaking shot right there.
Boy, the vision out of
Yeah.
Ross. Knowing TRK is right there, put it on a dime for him. Needed that desperately. 2-0. Surely this one can hold. Maybe another. Ross, no. Follow from Killers, just a touch too slow.
Now, again, another closeout game. We're seeing the team down start to show some fight. Great offensive performance for Falcons. They were actually connecting on the pressure. But they got to be careful not to overextend. Exotic did get that demo. There's no one in net right now with full boost. Drolley can get a high flick, but Ross challenges to cut off the play.
Exotic, quick turn with the midfield boost. Left it for Drolley, and the save made. No follow out of Monkey Moon on target. It was easily blocked. Now Killers just ahead.
playing. That's what I was saying. I remember Zen. It felt like.
Tracking on the play, expected to get to where the clearance was going to be, but it wasn't enough. BDS still need two. Falcons.
No! What the heck?
Camp out on this end of the field. Here comes the follow. TRK blocked by Exotic.
So close on some of these plays. Big time clears. Drawley's actually up for that. Got a redirect, but TRK on the back wall. Now it's Rawas. He's got a double. Does he get it? Bang!
Damn, bro. They're shining on this one.
This is the Team Falcons everybody talks about as one of the best teams in the world. Maybe the best. But they still have a long way to go to prove it. 3-goal lead. Biggest lead anybody's had in this final. Matches what BDS had at the end of Game 3.
Out. Exotic, awkward, Rawas. He's going to play it away. He can't wrap around the ball. Defense is going to get back in time. We may see a shutout here. Falcons keep up this performance. BDS starting to see them dive aggressively for the play. 1v1 situation. TRK 50. Is it through? No. BDS able to deny.
Oh, watch Exotic.
Oh, wait, he's going all the way around. Oh, right through the line.
Got him.
One back.
That was a good 50.
Right back, he gave him the same situation. Look at Exotic, cut right through the defense. Great 50 in front, and Monkey Moon able to find the target. Now it's a 2-goal game. BDS is still in
A lot of game left.
They can get something quick.
Monkey Moon turned up, but it was skied high. Exotic got a read it. Can't catch up. TRK gets it right back.
That's exactly what you need if you're Falcons. Look at this, great touch from Kills before the demo. TR.
Is the internet being dookie today?
Okay, another great shot out of him. Exotic just couldn't read it.
Back to a 3-goal lead with a $1:36 to go. Ross bumped from following. He's still going to stay with the play, but watch out. This is a quick counter out of Team BDS, and Killers is there to shut it down. So now, for Team Falcons, settle in just a little bit. Maybe not let their guard down as much. Got to be feeling real confident now that they've lit up the scoreboard to some degree. Drawley blocked by Killers. A lot of those shots that were not blocked in previous games. Team BDS finding a lot of Falcons defenders instead. And also conceding on the other side.
Something here, but they are sit packing. Been very aggressive on the offensive front for a while, but that one, almost on target there for Killers. Just going past the goal line. Time is starting to tick down, but this one does look like Falcons finally starting to turn things around.
Better late than never. When you still have a life, you'll
Bro, what the heck, man?
Skillers tried to get them back to TRK, and what can you say? Team Falcons, another team here on the World Championship stage in the
Reverse
final week
sweep.
of the season that's gone down 3 and started to
Reverse sweep,
claw
pup.
their way back. One
So
down,
tubby.
3 to go.
Dang, dude.
Situation, you got to take it game by game.
Dang, bro.
Scimitar mouse, I love this mouse. It is so good. Yeah, bro, they're gonna be streaming all day, bro. Freaking absolute freaky. Gonna be streaming all day, baby. Dude, I love these mouse weapons. So I've only been playing on PC for like 6 years or so, and the switch from like console to PC, I needed this mouse. This mouse saved my ass, dude. I have a full keyboard. But yeah, my mouse has 12 buttons inside. I use like 6, but still. We got Onum, Giga, and Vicho. Thank you so much for those follows, gamers. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I have a Blue Yeti mic with a sock on it. Up-a-la, blue yeti. Any sockers, dude? Any absolute sockers?
At Papa John's, get an extra large New York style one topping pizza for only $10.99. It's a mouth-watering, stretched.
Test whipped cream first. I just know there's not a lot in here. It'll come out good. All right. Oh. So excited.
And Driley wants to keep this up. Here's Killers, though. Good first touch, and Monkey Moon will clear away the danger for now.
It's a good job by Exotic as well, then to screen off the oncoming attacker. Demo in the net, though, by TRK. And that hindered Team BDS at all. Rawas so far back. Will dive into the play. That is network for Exotic to address, and he does so, as he has throughout most of this tournament, expertly well.
Now still Falcons with the pressure. TRK off that back wall, and Killers was there. Trying again. Look at this. Doesn't really leave the play necessarily. Just tries to go up the wall, see if he can get a better approach. Falcons still hungry.
Execution's been better. Yes, Team Falcons for sure. They're actually testing BDS, and those shots aren't getting
aggressiveness there.
Oh, what a save by Monkey Moon coming back. And now Exotic back the other way. Only Rawas to beat, and he can't.
And sometimes you're seeing this from Falcons, though. That aggressiveness can sometimes lead them low on boost. Rawas had to track that ball with nothing in the tank. He can't afford to be in that position again. Killers, though, pressing the pressure. Ball in front of the goal line. It's Exotic who will clear it away.
Oh, watch out. Exotic on the other side. Can he line this up? No. And it's Drolly's floater that sails away courtesy of TRK. Still scoreless through 2 minutes. Relatively tame compared to the last couple of games.
Like that for Killers. He saw Ross going up, decided to leave it for him. He was going to get the follow-up and then used it to keep this ball on BDS' side of the field. They're trying to play it around BDS, forcing them to use boost and maybe waiting for a good opportunity to hit a pass or throw something off speed, maybe even a fake to set up a potential shot. Halfway through game 5, that's a great drop to TRK. Got it!
That was a good play.
In front.
Really good play.
So many options to cover. Killers had a choice. Able to find TRK, who steps up in a big way. 4 goals now in the series to lead his squad. Can he continue leading them back to the brink of elimination? Monkey Moon just trying to delay. That's all they can do against Falcons lately. That ball's right on his head. And he's got plenty of boost to play that from the back, but he's burned most of it already. Monkey Moon against Killers. Easy stop. And Exotic read that. No, TRK is all over it first. Falcons, well, the execution's been better. They've also sped up just a little bit, and they're winning the race through those balls and the boost that they might have been losing in the first couple of games.
BDS still tracking the ball here. You can definitely tell Falcons starting to fight back has made an impact here. Lots of desperate dives and no real control when they do get time on the ball. That's the biggest difference maker here, but there's a demo on the play. Exotic, he has all that room to work with, tries to boom the ball upfield, and TRK is able to clear it and give it to Clears, who is going to take his time, forcing time down on the clock, playing a 50 to bring BDS out, and also buying his team time to rotate in.
They almost caught TRK on the back wall and knocked him away. That time Ross gets hit. Monkey Moon trying to win the race. It goes neutral, and TRK brings one back in. The Monkey Moon has to save. A lot of token shots, not necessarily testing the BDS defense, but slowing them down, not letting them counter cleanly.
That's the point. Making sure that BDS does not get a clean counter. They don't get free space on the ball. They like BDS playing in this panicky style because it gives Falcons everything they want. Control of the pace of game. We're approaching the final minute, and BDS still knocking at the door, but Falcons holding on firm.
Where BDS
Yeah, you gotta pay to get a job. Tell them take it out of your check. Well, there's certain stuff like yeah, I don't know, piss tests and stuff. I've definitely paid a lot to do a lot of jobs. they want to see commitment, you know.
Out in a scoring position, but Killers will slow this down. In
inside 40 seconds. TRK looking for the dagger, but unable to find it. Ross will have a go. Slow play denied by Drolly. Monkey Moon and Exotic both up, and that could be a hindrance for BDS again.
Even with the double commit, though, this is still okay for Falcons. Roas able to get that ball in front, and they're not even playing this toward the net. They're playing it toward the side. Where Roas gets the ball, he doesn't try to put a shot on. He's trying to play inside the 50. They're trying to pull BDS out again, but BDS may have a chance here. Ball moving upfield. No, that's sent away. Monkey Moon, no boost. Plays it to Drolly, who also has no boost, but put the shot on. Is there going to be a follow-up? Oh, it's denied. Chance for Exotic. Yeah!
Oh!
Because he is Exotic.
Oh.
You're not. He does it again. At the death for Team BDS. And we go to sudden death in Game 5.
They threw everything out at Falcons, and they came away with the goal.
Dude, bro, get registered.
Series here and book their ticket to the grand finals.
Has that ripped out the heart of the Falcons. Double doesn't connect. TRK just got the boost away from Drolly. Doesn't matter. Still got it downfield. Exotic tried to force his way through and ate a demo for his efforts. Monkey Moon looking for someone to pass to, finding nobody. As here comes Killers looking for the win and no.
Roas playing that one off the back wall, goes to steal boost. There's a demo on the play here as well. That's a good 50 for Falcons, but oh, he actually wins the 50. Pass to Roas. Shot.
What a clever turn here. As DRK just times him up. Drolly was going to challenge him. Had to put on the brakes and could not do so quick enough. Team Falcons again. As close as you can get to an exit. Hanging around.
Damn.
And wow, how the tables are turning yet again. We have seen this happen multiple times throughout the World Championship. We even saw it happen earlier today. In the last match, actually. And you've probably guessed what's about to happen.
Yeah, saw it yesterday. SSG and Furia. Saw it today in a Furia match. I mean,
Saw it in the G2 farming court.
it's unreal. DRK step up in a big way. You see the final seconds of regulation and he thought, okay, they broke their hearts. They broke their spirits. No, they have not. Team Falcons get 15 shots, including in that overtime. And the last one, just a little dribbler from Roas that keeps them alive and brings us to Neo Tokyo in a moment.
But of course, the time.
For sure, brother. Blue Blue and Suga and Noah. Thanks so much for those follows, gamers. Hope you're doing well. You're bricked up. Of course, dude. You're next, buddy. Come here, boy. Oh, shit. He about to do it to him. Oh, he's going sicko mode.
Games. If they continue to pour it on, BDS may not have an answer. What has Casio drafted up for the 2022 champions?
These teams are leaving it all out here in Dickey's Arena. Only one can go to the grand finals. BDS, do they have what it takes to close it out here? Already off to a hot start. Oh, that one almost on! Great save from TRK.
Oh, Instead, he has to go all the way back, and it's Monkey Moon that slams the door shut. TRK, though, bringing another in. And again, Team Falcons just working from side to side, working around the corners, and forcing Team BDS to burn all that boost, but then doing something with that boost advantage that they did not do in the first few games.
1250s here, and you see Roas forcing the issue. Good demo, but Drolly stays on top of the ball. Good speed on Monkey Moon to force TRK back. Has to stop Drolly, and he does. That was still kept in play. You see Drolly hunting for the demo, but Roas is privy to it, picks up the boost. Now has a chance to go up for a solo. Off the ceiling, past Drolly. TRK with a good redirect, but no one there for Falcons to be able to follow it up. They are playing the ball very well, though, around Team BDS to start here in Game 6.
Team Falcons does that BDS spooked a little bit as that one denied from Drolly. Exotic looking to set up Monkey Moon. He came up very far. They both have plenty of boost. Monkey Moon knocked down towards Drolly, denied, and Exotic brings it all the way back. Team BDS trying to kind of reestablish dominance here in this series, reassert control as Monkey Moon got through. Can it go through? It does!
That man cannot be stopped. He won't let it happen. Couldn't get it off the air dribble, even though he got past one. Follow up in. Monkey Moon, of course. BDS's first goal. 3 minutes to go in Game 6.
They haven't necessarily been shut out, but it certainly feels like they have over the past couple of games. Monkey Moon and Exotic both there with nothing in the tank. Now Drolly joins the fray. There is nobody back. Certainly nobody with any boost. Only Drolly to beat. Oh! Killers!
Roas spots the twin, and the connection is good.
What were they thinking? They all came up with no boost. There was never a chance that Drolly was going to stop that. Team BDS have let Falcons right back into it. It's a gift here in Game 6, and you can't afford them at this stage.
Oh, but you see Falcons getting more aggressive. Here's Drolly playing it off to the side. Good speed for Monkey Moon to cut it away. TRK sees Exotic, but he pulls off. Clears has a better challenge. Monkey Moon's got to get back there. He's going to roll towards the net. Monkey Moon missed it, but Drolly able to bail him out.
Watch the counterattack. It's Drolly. Has it. Exotic waiting for the rebound. Drolly actually kept that close. Over to Monkey Moon. And TRK, the easy save. Looking for an outlet, and instead, only finding Drolly. Team BDS trying to serve up another. Monkey Moon, high and wide.
Monkey Moon, clean shot. He won't get too many opportunities like that. Exotic putting one on, but it goes straight to Killers. We may have to look at that one again if Falcons force a Game 7 here.
Oh, watch out. Killers is there. So is TRK. It's Killers who strikes again. 2 unanswered from Mina's royalty.
And Roas again with the assist. Great speed to beat out 2. Drolly with 0 in the middle of the net. It's just a clean shot. That's the Falcons' pressure. They're starting to ramp up here.
Shot after shot as Drolly barely catches up with that right off the kickoff. Team Falcons have just buried Team BDS under an insurmountable volume of pressure. Oh, Exotic flying past this. Only Monkey Moon to beat. He will make this stop and at least clear this out of harm's way with a demo on Killers, who respawns on the far side. Monkey Moon to Drolly, and Roas is there for the stop. They have starved out Drolly now in this series. He's been incredibly quiet.
TRK just making sure he gets to the ball quick. Wait, that's open. No, it's not. Drolly able to battle back in time. A minute to go, though. BDS moving upfield. And they are charging all the way through. They are charging through Falcons!
Get on out of here. TRK watching a charging Drolly just spin him out.
Supporters and say, let's take this down. We do not know, again, the source of any gunshot or gunshots. We don't know who's responsible for
this. Is so tense.
Has just issued a new statement where it says it's responding to what it calls an attempted assassination of former President Trump.
frank
BDS,
community with
not
the
done
FBI
yet.
because this
Almost
again
got
is
through.
reporting
Killers with the
from the
deny.
FBI.
Final
investigating
15.
what appears to be an
BDS
attempted
needs an answer,
assassination of
or we
former
go
President
to
Trump.
Game 7. TRK
Gabour's
tried to
attempted
deny.
assassination.
Rojas
How
moving
broadly
away.
might that be
Empty
applied?
net.
Because we don't have any
We'll see
indication
you
that a shot
on
was fired
Champions
at
Field.
the former president.
One last dive. Exotic wanted to get there in time. They said everything.
To do harm.
But it
Somebody who
was
wasn't able
not
to get close
enough.
to do harm.
3 seconds
But
left
somebody
unless we see
clearly
something
had
at the kickoff. We're going all the
terrible,
way there.
with their
Time
intent.
ticks down.
Could that be
And you
classified
all
as
know
an attempted assassination?
what's coming next.
Well, Alex,
They
it would
wanna
go
get
beyond
one
a mere
more,
wish or
but
even
it
a
just
threat.
will not
Obviously,
matter.
there has to be some plotting
Buckle
involved, and here you have a man with an AR-style weapon.
Rio. 3-3.
Every inch.
Game
That
7.
reach. First and 10. Down the field it goes.
Horizon.
Machine race
Both
for the
teams
touchdown.
have burned their timeouts. We will go directly to Champions Field to determine who gets G2 in the 2024 World's Final. Would you have it any other way? My goodness, this series started off so one-sided, but as Falcons brought it back game after game and pushed BDS to the brink, nothing else matters from this point on. You have 5 minutes on the clock. And if you're BDS, you gotta get it together quick. If you're Falcons, you gotta stay locked in. It all comes down to this. Rio leads in this tournament should come with a choking hazard. Everybody's been perilously close. And now, just a few seconds away from the 2 best words in our great sport, Champions Field. I gotta see how we feeling out there. We ready for Game 7? Winner gets G2. Here we go. Monkey Moon. Set up. It's a good one for Drolley, but all he can do is just kind of dribble it over towards Rojas. Turn on that, though. Right all the way to the side. Exotic is waiting. Important for everybody now to try to not do too much. And that might be tough for Drolley, who had so much success, but he's a rookie. Never been here. Chance for greatness, a chance to make a statement. Who's gonna make the first move? Monkey Moon, up to the sky. Got Drolley in the assist, has Exotic on the wing. But TRK sits there with the nod. That's a good touch. So Killers, he'll end up having to receive this pass from TRK as he gets the clearance. And Falcons get away with it for now. That battle from midfield will ensue, though. Who's going to maintain possession? Exotic with the double. Straight to Rojas. But the clearance goes downfield, and Monkey Moon's got to slow Falcons down. Oh, Drolley, cleared, and he scores, everybody. Caught out by Falcons, and Drolley, who just happened to still be down there. And you know, as soon as you saw Monkey Moon last back, Falcons started charging, but he was able to turn it around. Like you said, Drolley in the great spot, and the rookie gets the first goal of Game 7. BDS setting the tone. And if BDS were going to stave off this reverse sweep, that's who had to get going again. And what better confidence builder than being in the right place at the right time? And watch out, Monkey Moon's going to clear that one away. And has got Killers all the way downfield, ready to trigger it right back in. You see Killers is playing it close. He has someone in the midfield, tries to dish it out, but Falcons are a little bit far back. No one wants to go too early. Just scared of those long clearances, scared of the overcommits. Good fake out and Rojas now. Playing that one. Good speed from Killers. There's the double. You see the pre-jump for TRK. He jumped too early. He wasn't able to make contact with the ball. It could have been a tie game. A net so open, nobody could miss it, except once in a million. Now Drolley gonna take his time. Confident win. Just about got through another. Exotic trying to serve one up, but Monkey Moon cannot go. TRK will have it at his mercy. Rojas starting to dive in as well. Grab the corner boost. There's Killers, and we're not tied just yet. One more opportunity. Monkey Moon very low and still cleared out. Team BDS fend them off for now. Another one close, and Monkey clears. Killers will be able to get there in time. Falcons go
continues his impressive stat line, not just in this series, but in this tournament. Well over 30 goals on the week. MVP caliber for sure for Team BDS. 2 goals to the good. TRK and Rawas running forward. Killer's waiting for a pass. It does get there eventually. Killer's got to do some more work. Great pass. Nice shot. Back within 1. There's the connection again. Killer's with a dish out. Beautiful pass. Rawas cleans it up. Falcons with some fight. 2 minutes to go. Will BDS be able to hold him off? Twin Magic has him back within 1, but the decoy! Oh, Rawas had to stay home and made a great reflex save. Now back the other way. Falcons still need 1. TRK. Lob it up. We got Rawas on the weak side. Pass never got there. There is a demo. Good control. TRK can turn, but he's got nothing. He's waiting, hoping that boost would spawn. It did not. And Monkey Moon stole it again. Drop down in front, and Monkey Moon just rolls that out. Killers with a good fake challenge, though. Forcing Monkey Moon to stay on the ball. Plays the 50, and now Kalir's able to move upfield. Exotic trying to read the bounce. Killer's trying to apply some pressure. But Exotic, great patience. He stays on top of the ball. He is going to force that 50 out. Drolley went as well to try to look for the bump, but now BDS have to rush back, and they are going to be a little low on boost except for Exotic, who get a strong clearance straight to Drolley, forcing Killers back. Now we're approaching final minute of Game 7. This could be final minute of Falcon season. They got to get moving, but BDS still applying the pressure. Monkey Moon was waiting for his opportunity. Exotic shuts him down just across the center line. Free ball for Drolley to Exotic. Not quite yet. Celebration still on ice. Monkey Moon couldn't get Rawas, and Falcons hang around. Around for the time being, but they gotta be careful. 30 seconds now. TRK moving upfield. Rawas with a demo. Monkey Moon, great challenge. Forcing 2 back. Rawas' demos are useless. Now, Killers has to go to the left of the field. Rawas takes down Monkey Moon. Here's the flick pass 1. Drolley back. He can get the win. TRK with a 2 for a solo. Gets down midfield. Who's with the shot? No! Blocked away. Final 10 seconds. Killers on top of this one, but it is sent away from BDS. Rawas once more. Falcons one more. Double. No, denied. And still in the air. Flash out. No! BDS go to the grand finals. You can win 3 in a row, but you can't win 4 in a row. Nobody can. After all that, Falcons fall just short. The more things change, the more they stay the same around here. BDS G2 Part 2 at Dickies Arena. Let's be honest. Will we have it any other way? No. Why not? Why would you want anything else? Unreal. This story has practically written itself. Unbelievable. Who is writing the script? My voice needs to talk to you. My goodness, what a performance. BDS started off red hot. I mean, it's literally a mirror from what we saw with G2 earlier. And now, here we are in this situation. Both teams.
Bro, I want my pizza to get here.
Red hot, but of course, in the World Championship, sometimes not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And BDS, even with the pressure on the line, they're able to come away with this series, and Monkey Moon gets another chance, gets another shot.
After an intense hold-off against the Falcons, it's BDS with the victory. We knew it was coming. But But it doesn't matter because you're in the grand finals, and that's all that matters, what you do on the field. And you guys are winning right now. Let's talk about the whole series. We'll start with the end there. That was a little scary for you guys. What were comms like? Were they hectic by the end or still controlled? Because that was crazy.
Alors si on revient sur la série, sur la fin de la série, est-ce que au niveau des communications, c'était un peu shaky? Est-ce que c'était un peu perdu ou est-ce que vous avez réussi à garder votre calme sur la fin de la série?
Non. On a surtout réussi à garder notre calme. Je pense que c'était plus compliqué parce que on est en demi-finale des Worlds, on essaye de passer pour la finale et on était un peu stressé, mais il fallait garder son calme.
So you know we were mainly calm in comms. It was not easy because it's the semi-finals of the World Championship, but still we were of course a bit stressed because of the venue. But still we have been able to keep calm and make it.
Well, I want to ask you about that, obviously, because you guys are having to fight against the tide right now. Is that affecting you guys in how you're able to stay locked in? Because it's loud in here.
Alors, est-ce que du coup vous avez réussi, comment ça s'est passé au niveau de la série, de pouvoir réussir à se tenir pendant, aussi avec le bruit, avec l'ambiance, comment est-ce que vous avez réussi à garder votre calme pendant la série, avec l'ambiance?
Je pense qu'on reste tous focus. Moi, après, ça fait 3 ans un peu plus de 3 ans que je fais face à un public. Du coup, ça me gêne pas trop, surtout le public est contre moi, mais après ça, je m'en fous. S'ils peuvent encore continuer à être contre moi, comme ça rend encore plus fort.
Well, so you know, with the crowd, I'm used to that now because it's my third year in front of the crowd, and I liked it especially when they are against me because it is me even. I'm even stronger when they're against me. So let's keep continuing like that.
You guys are helping them, just so you know, apparently. Make him stronger. Well, I gotta ask you, I'm gonna let you go and prepare for the grand finals, but I have to know. Coming up is quite an interesting coincidence here. Back at Dickey's Arena, up against someone you faced here 2 years ago, Atomic, on the other side. Are you excited? Are you scared? You won it last time. What's on your mind on this matchup?
Alors, coïncidence ou pas, vous êtes de retour 2 ans après, était de retour 2 ans après, grande finale, Dickey's Arena, contre G2 et surtout contre Atomic. Comment tu te sens?
Non, je suis très content. Après, j'ai pas le temps de penser à autre chose. Pour l'instant, moi, je me focus à la grande finale. Mais après, Atomic, c'est un très grand joueur. Encore contre lui en grande finale, donc j'espère que ça va être un beau match. Mais j'ai pas peur, je suis juste content et je vais profiter.
So you know I'm not scared, I'm just really excited to be able to play the grand final again. I'm really focused on that right now, but you know Atomic is a really great player and I can't wait to face him again on the field and just try to make my best on it.
Well, I'm gonna let you go and take a breather here. Guys, let's power them up again, I guess, but we have our grand finals on the way. Let's give it up for BDS.
We've had 2 Rocket League World Championships in Dickey's Arena, and we've seen the exact same match twice now. Well, we actually haven't seen it for the second time yet, but we're about to, folks. G2 will play for the title of World Champion against BDS on the same field, the same arena they lost it on 2 years ago.
Well, we got another Champions field. The Falcons put up a fight. BDS so incredibly good. Again, when you lose 3 in a row, it is so hard to win that last game. At least we used to say that. It seems like it's happening every single time now, but BDS to battle back the defense that they had in that final
Yo,
game.
what up, Bosco?
Final moments of that game, they had to play a full defensive effort for 5 minutes.
So I'm bored as fuck.
Hats off to BDS, the final boss.
Go back, watch my buddy Dan. Waiting on my pizza. Dang, 2,700 viewers.
Oh my god, I forgot to change this too.
Dude, my buddy Dan here, go follow Dan. Mayo Room Temp. Make sure you go follow him. Oh, you guys watching?
and I suck.
I know you are, boss. I'm talking to the other people up in here.
That's not how this can work. You got this eventually. Eventually. Oh yeah, wait. I'm gonna put on the second pin. So Dark and Darker sucks now? Why does Dark and Darker suck? How much longer does it drop for? They are until Friday. 1 foot for the poisonous. Dude, that wasn't the deal, bro. That wasn't the deal. Shoe? I mean, you want to see my shoe? Here you go. No, it doesn't show getting credit for jobs. Yeah, you just gotta wait. It is working. Make sure you're refreshing your stream. Make sure the stream is not muted. Make sure the stream is not minimized. And make sure it also helps to put your game on. Put your game on. Sweaty Potato with the prime. Thank you so much, game. You are too kind, baby. Too kind, too kind. Yeah, you literally. This is the only stream in the world that is working. Everybody's trying to claim off this stream. You gotta give it time. Not a good start. Oh, oh, got your nose. Yes, I am not even trolling. Literally the only. Is this bitch on me? Literally the only person in the world with live Dark and Darker Twitch drops. Not a troll. Unironic. Getting fucked up at Twitch, and I am literally the only one it works for. So, you know, hang out, feel free to chill, dude. Get yourself a little drink. We have the lowest ads possible, 30 seconds an hour, because fuck ads. We stream every day. I've streamed 2 months straight. Yeah, dude, follows are free. Hang out, dude. Get free. Get your pants off. Sunny, right? Average stats, baby. We also had a crazy subathon last month. I think we did like 1,500 subs, and I was live for 9.5 days. It was wild. Hello. Don't mind me, sir. Yo, Lotus, Say, Gronk, Loaded, Ilvo, Red Sage. Thank you so much for those follows, gamers. Come in. Vamos. Let's go. Hello. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I owe my success to, well, my quick success that I've had. I've been a moderator for Seriously Soapy, Ryan 6 Days a Week, a bunch of other streamers, been around the community, so people kind of knew me, and so I started streaming July 20th. Oh, fuck, I was not paying attention. Yeah, dude, it's been a hell of a ride. We were shooting every day for 2 months, and don't plan on stopping. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern.
Bro, been busy trying to gather money. You've been busy trying to gather $20. Go look in the couch.
refreshing, and make sure your game's over. What is up, Pigeon? How are you? What is up? Freight Shadow. A wiki. Oh shit, Shadows, thank you so much for that prime sub, dude. Thank you, man. How many is that? Are we at 3? 1, 2, 3 out of 5 for feet pics, boys and girls. 3 out of 5, baby. Swing this from his right, like that. It's easier to crouch and hook up to your foot. For those of you who are also trying to learn how to do Spectral Knight longsword gaming, go check out Nightly Horrors YouTube, and you too can learn how to suck a little less. A wiki, Blunts, and Snoozy. Thank you so much for those follows, gamers. Welcome in. Feet cam now. We are at 3 out of 5 subs for the feet cam. We're showing Grippers. Or 50,000 point redeemer. Grippers. Yo, GG Man and Neshaya and Snoozy. Blitz. Thank you so much for those follows, gamers. Welcome in, dudes. Man, this is not a super chill. Can I cheese? Jesus. This. Is it cool? Somebody call 911. Maybe some guide for Barb. Ooh, Barbarian guide? Fortunately, I'm not a super duper Barb gamer anymore. The ship has sailed. I was kind of hoping he would hit the store. Not gonna lie. 4 out of 5. Shit. 4. Now Liz, where am I going? Liz. Well, GG. I'm dead. Oh shit. Old savior. Neon. Nah, fuck it. He's gonna. What else here for that? What? Right. 4 out of 5, boys and girls. Please edit. Please edit me. Dash Chunky, A-Wagon, Twitch, Crown, ProBlind, RVCKB, McDownsies with the piranha. That is 5, I believe. That is heckin' 5, dude. We're about to get beaten up in here, dude. I'm showing grippers for chat. Bro, I'm so confident that I'm not gonna die here. No, actually, I'm not confident. I'm gonna step. I'm gonna step over here. Just step out in my office over here. Alright, we're getting the grippers out of this. We're getting the grippers, dude. Fuck Iron Maze for not shouting out. What do you mean, bro? Dude, Iron Maze W's. What the fuck? I just got the only Twitch jobs in the entire fucking world. What are you saying right now? The entire world? Oh shit.
Hello?
Bro, what an
Hi,
asshole.
Josh. This is Sherry with Domino's, and I'm down by the front door.
Oh.
It says meet in the lobby, and there's no apartment number.
Perfect. I'll be right there.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy your purple Roma, buddy. What can I say? Thank you, Asa, very much. 2 months, baby. 2 months bricked up, dude. Are all these people lost? Dude. They might be lost, dude. They're lost here, because I'm the only person in the world with live Twitch drops. Live Dark Twitch drops. Unironically, only person in. Yo, Hepri Sun, thanks so much for the follow, gamer. And Petito One Shrotka, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome in. Gronk Smash, or Gronk Smayhu? It looks like Gronk Smash. It's not though. Thank you so much for the Prime subscription, dude. F. Bezos, give me his money. Balancing Blades, thanks so much for the follow, gamer. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Just kidding. Oh no. Your name was actually supposed to be Gronk Smash. Oh no. That's tragic. Flashbang. Flashbang. Please. Please. Oh, these look exactly the same. That's rich. Still no solution when it comes to claiming the failure. Yes, there is. Feel free to refresh a bunch of times and wait patiently, because right now, everybody that wants Dark and Darker Twitch drops is doing it from this only channel. So things are a little clogged up. It is working. People are getting it. You just gotta give it a little time, brother. Give it a little time, it'll work. Make sure you're refreshing. Make sure your game's open. Make sure the Twitch stream isn't muted. Make sure it's not minimized. You just gotta give it a little time, brother. Promise. Yo, Senpai, Mercy, Balancing Blades. Thank you so much for those follows, gamers. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. You're absolutely vibing. People are saying that is helped them by having their game on. It then worked. So I'm just giving that heads up to others if they want to try that. This guy's giga. Alright. Anyone who leaves after they got the Buttsinator real one. True. I was requesting. I just kind of stopped requesting. I was doing Arena, and then I was going to learn the Spectral Knight, but I kind of just keep dying to it. Nice ass Cobalt set for your cleric last night? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yo, Senpai, how are you, dude? How'd you guys get the jobs in game? I have them on Twitch. Alright, so in order to do that, Nugan, press escape, press options, go to account, and then link your Twitch. Link your Twitch. Twitch, brother. Link your Twitch, dude. Jesse, Lely, Smitty, thank you so much for the follows, gamers. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. So another issue is people are. It's getting clogged up because I'm
Oh,
the
yeah.
only streamer right now with it. So I'm sure
My headset.
are clogged up because it's all getting redeemed off one account, one Steam page. So just give it time. It is working. People are getting them. It just takes time. It just takes time.
I ordered some Domino's. They're giving out a free pizza if you spent $10. Had to do it.
Can't claim jobs. You're having issues claiming jobs because it's all happening at once from one channel.
Thank you.
Dear road rivals,
I'll be back in a bit. I got baseball to watch.
Training 30 months. You're gonna get slammed.
That shit is insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
I've got full duration boost on it and everything, so it should last a while.
Try to kill his beep pop. Getting knocked down.
I have ult if they push. Still got Dynamo ult mid.
Try and raid this tomato. Oh my gosh, she's one. Forced ult.
And I ulted to waste it.
Good kill, Shiv.
Ice is in the middle, Care.
I'm with you. Yeah, we can get Shiv here.
Occurs right now.
Yeah, he's gonna get stuck here on me. Nice, good job.
The walker. They're all up.
There's two here.
Should black this.
Oh, I got hooked.
They're all near their
I
lane.
got
Those
instantly
walkers, those
stunned.
walkers.
Yeah, I need to go buy this flex.
Oh, they want this blue walker bad. Can we stop it? No.
Oh,
nope.
crap.
Nope. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was
3
fast.
of them I've knocked down already.
Yeah, they're trying to stop me from flying.
It also fucks my ult big time. I'm gonna have to find a way to get unstoppable. Seven's right outside front here.
Yeah, I'm ready to fight.
I lifted him.
Okay, good luck.
I got
Nice
it.
work, Kevin. We can fight this thing.
Here.
Shiv. I tethered one as well. Shiv low.
Yeah,
Dead. I'm pushing. 7.
Top right. Yep.
He's knocked out on me.
Got him. Oh, he's one.
Yeah, he's done. Nice. Good job.
We get these Elise in mid, right?
We can force mid. We can
Mid
force
boss, yeah.
Yeah. Force mid boss.
Is it worth waiting 30 seconds for my ult? shit. Okay, there's 4 down. Yeah.
Mind me, don't mind me, bro. Just going to the Spectrum Night.
I have a third big hitter.
For the vote? Yeah, generally. I mean, does anybody really think that it's like here's a real simple question. Do you think that
I'm banned from Asmongold's chat.
Improves or gets worse when you have a bunch of
His little
crackheads
community
and
ban me.
zombies addicted to fentanyl living under a bridge voting? Do you think the candidate quality gets better or worse? Gets worse, obviously. Everybody knows it gets worse. So what are we talking about? Sorry. Let me take a look at this. This has been like a big problem for a while. Like I had that Wendy's situation where it was $32 fucking for a meal to get. I mean, to be fair, it was on DoorDash to get it delivered. Maybe it was only 20 at the store. Absolutely fucking insane how much money it is now. It is crazy. I don't even think that was the tip. It didn't even include the tip.
That's why this deal was such a sweet deal. I couldn't pass it up.
Absolutely insane. Today we're talking. Welcome to another video about a problem that is driving people absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about fast food pricing. Tell me if this has ever happened to you. You're hanging out with some friend and really craving some quick and easy food.
He's
you
at
pull into a
Walmart,
place like McDonald's and place a simple order. Let's say 2 Big Macs, box of chicken nuggets, 2 large fries, and 2 drinks.
Jesus, that's a lot of food.
Arrive at the window and the cashier looks at you and says, your total is $36.
Okay.
Now, some people would probably eat their meals and move on with their lives, but if you're like me, this interaction might get you thinking, how the was my total $36?
It's insane. It's an insane amount of money. Yeah, he's right.
Or something like this has happened to you, you are not alone. I'm here for you. Come here. Come on. Closer. We can get through this together. As a consumer, you have the right to understand why your dollar doesn't stretch as far as it.
Try the $200 value menu. 0% interest financing for 30. Oh my.
It used to. How did fast food, the one thing that was supposed to be affordable, become so expensive?
I forgot all about that. Burger King used to sell burgers for $1.
Yeah.
And didn't they have bacon on them?
Yep.
Holy fuck, I forgot all about that. Yes.
Why did this happen? Who's to blame?
Tough
what
world.
happened to the dollar menu and what's going on with celebrity meal deals, fast food apps, and more? Let's dive in. In the late 1980s, fast food restaurants like Wendy's and Burger King introduced a groundbreaking idea that would forever change the industry. The dollar menu.
That's right.
Wendy's launched a super value meal with items priced at just 99 cents each. Soon after,
and by the way, like, go back, look at this. Look at these fries here. That is a medium fries. You see that? Medium fries. That is a medium drink. I can tell. Trust me.
Soon after,
this is
Burger
$30
King followed with the 99-cent Great Taste menu, where you could get a Whopper for, no joke, 99 cents. The strategy was simple. Give customers more for less.
Imagine
it allowed
that.
people to enjoy a variety of foods.
Yeah, you would say getting like biggie sizing your food at Wendy's, because it was like super sizing and they had like their own version of it. This is from like the 90s. They got rid of it.
Without breaking the bank, the concept was a hit, and by 2002, McDonald's introduced its own game-changing dollar menu, featuring items like the McChicken and the McValue fries, both for just a...
No, the fucking McDouble. The McDouble. I'm talking about like a double cheeseburger with onions, with ketchup, with lettuce and tomato. And I don't think it had lettuce. I think it had onions and pickles on it. It was insane. For $1, you got a double cheeseburger.
$1 each.
Think about that.
With just a few dollars, you could eat like a king.
Yeah.
But As the years progressed, things changed. Dollar menus became value menus. Whoppers are most definitely no
Now
longer.
they don't even have value menus. Like, I feel like the fast food restaurants now have just, like, they've basically gone into their villain phase. They're like, yeah, we don't have value menus. You know that. We know that. Everybody knows that. We deleted the value. There are no more value menus.
$1, and now for a few bucks,
Yeah.
you might be lucky if you can get a single item from a fast food restaurant. And it's
Yep.
not just value menu items that have seen
Real quick though, the KFC Famous Bowl is actually an incredibly good value even now, and I went there recently, and I got a Famous Bowl and a large drink, and it was like $7.80. I felt like I was about to go home and play Wrath of the Lich King. I felt like I just went back in time 10 years. Crazy good. However, I do think that they have lowered the quality, and there's been a degree of shrinkflation that's happened with KFC bowls, although I cannot confirm that.
increases. Fast food prices overall have surged
This
dramatically.
horseshit. Popeyes, 86%.
Especially in recent
McDonald's.
years. According to the Consumer Price Index, fast food prices has nearly risen 28% from 2019 to 2023. Specifically, McDonald's has increased its prices by more than 100% over the past decade, which is 3 times the rate of inflation. And it's not just a few fast food places. Popeyes, Arby's, and even Burger King have raised prices beyond the point
Oh my
of
god, I'm so
inflation.
full.
If you really want to see
It's nuts. Like, I mean, like, I'm trying to think, like, where did I guess, like, so, yeah, yesterday my dad and I, we ate out, and it was $28. And we had a sit-down meal, and we were waited on, and we went to, what's this place? I got a chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes, like, he got a fish, and it was $28 fucking dollars. That is such a good deal for a sit-down restaurant. I'm pretty sure if we had gone to Five Guys, it would have been more if I had just got food for myself. That's an insanely good deal. A diner? Yeah, we went to a diner.
a big difference. Take a look at this menu from McDonald's in 1999 and compare it to the current menu.
What a
Look at this. It's insane. We are now at the
Bro,
point.
they just put a 1 in front of everything.
What? Want some pizza?
Yeah, it's almost like, look at this, the cheese and bacon, bro. They almost just went and put a 1 in front of it. This is crazy.
Bad dog.
Where prices
Bad
have
dog.
increased so much that nearly 80% of
Bad.
Americans say fast
God,
food
don't
is
bring it
now
for
a
you. You're not gonna
luxury
get a
because
pizza tubby.
it's so expensive. That's right, a luxury.
Give me
You
that.
heard it first here. If your significant other takes you out on a date to get fast food, that counts as a luxurious dining experience. Now sure, it's common for the prices of consumer goods to increase over time.
I feel like, by the way, if you ever have like a girl, you take her out on a date, it's always good for the first date to take her to somewhere like Taco Bell, because if she's gonna get prissy and mad about that, then she's just gonna be a bitch that's gonna cause you a bunch of problems all the time. There's gonna always be something wrong, bro. Like, yeah, just take her to Taco Bell or something like that, and if this is a problem, this is the, trust me, like, just get out right then. Yep, get out right then. Nope. If any, you're not too good for Taco Bell. Nobody is.
Nobody's too good for Taco Bell.
How inflation works. With inflation, the cost of things like raw
Filtered early?
ingredients
Yeah.
and transportation go up. Aside from Arizona iced teas, nearly everything eventually rises in price. But typically, these increases are gradual,
Yeah, the
nothing
ratio
this
is
drastic.
different.
So
Yeah.
why is fast food so much more expensive past the point of inflation?
I think that it's because of COVID. I think that after COVID, during COVID, they price gouged so much because people had the expectation of paying more because of the pandemic, and then the prices never adjusted after COVID ended.
Now, the obvious reason that everyone likes to point to is rising wages.
Joining me now is Fat
No.
Brand's chairman and founder and former
It is
Fat
also
Burger
rising
CEO,
wages.
Oh,
Andy.
of course, he's the one that's going to complain about it. He's the fucking CEO.
Wiederhorn. Increasing hourly
Sure.
wages for fast food workers.
The world's, so we're increasing to 20.
20's good, 20's good. You already saw what Oxygen can do. We had a 17-team world championship. Oxygen finished top 6.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead,
Follow me on X.
when the turf
Oh, you want to hear something insane? This is what Elon Musk posted.
Will determine congressional. The Democrat open borders plan to entrench single-party rule, explained in under 2 minutes. 1. Flood the country with untold millions of illegals by land, sea, and air from all over the world. Enough to eclipse the populations of 36 individual U.S. states so far. 2. Prioritize the needs of these millions of non-citizens over the needs of the American citizen, with free flights, buses, hotels, meals, and phones, ensuring their loyalty to the political party that imported them. 3. Keep them in the country at all costs, even when they commit violent crime like murder and rape. Attack the language used to describe the criminals, as opposed to the criminals themselves. Slander critics as racist. 4. Ensure their privileges are made irrevocable with city and state sanctuary laws that act as population magnets. Codify permanent status and ensure non-cooperation with ICE. 5. Count the non-citizens in the census that will determine congressional apportionment in the House of Representatives. As of now, that would equal 13 extra congressional districts, a tremendous amount of electoral power. 6. Wage a massive, heavily funded lawfare campaign to change state voting laws that legalize mass mail-in ballots, no signature verification, and no proof of citizenship requirements, making it nearly impossible to prove voter fraud. 7. Lock in the permanent voting majority with campaign promises of lavish benefits and permanent privileges, enshrining generational fealty to the Democrat Party. 8. Win elections. 9. Entrenched
rather than just comparing wage, but yeah.
I found that increasing the minimum wage at places like fast food restaurants or even supermarkets doesn't increase prices. The University of Washington completed a study that found despite Seattle's minimum wage hike, it didn't boost supermarket prices. So I don't really think it's fair to blame fast food price increases on rising wages. In fact,
I think it's probably a component, right? Sure, it's probably to some degree, but it's not the reason.
I think that's a cop-out. Fast food pricing isn't limited to one variable. Multiple things have impacted pricing over the last 5 years.
Environment
And I
that
feel
the
like I'm going
Democrats
crazy
have created, because he would say, I've been told, and he could list all the different, he could say that there was an insurrection, the worst attack, Megan, the worst attack since the Civil War, therefore worse than 9/11. This has been
Just
said
heard that.
at the debate, right? The worst. So this individual, Donald Trump, according to Democrats, is responsible for an attack that's worse than the jihadist massacre of innocents that killed almost 3,000 people in one day and started a global war on terror. He's worse than that. Federal prosecutors apparently have agreed with that because they're trying to push this crazy case that Donald Trump said things that they don't like, and therefore the insurrection is his fault, right? You could line up, if you sat down and you were the individual who wants to explain why he would think, why he would act the way that he has here with this attempted assassination, he would be able to point to the most powerful and trusted Democrats in office, in media, in corporate America, and say, I agree with them. I just decided to do something about it. That is the mentality that has been that is being fostered here by the way Democrats. Otherwise, someone explain to me. I mean, a threat to democracy, the worst attack since Pearl Harbor. If I could stop somebody who was trying to commit another Pearl Harbor, right? I mean, you start to go down this rabbit hole. They just say it because it's useful political rhetoric. That's how they'll explain it, right? That's how the CNNs
you know, we just made a reference to it. Just earlier this week at the presidential debate, one of the things that we reacted to was how personal she got. The ad hominem attacks against Donald Trump. It wasn't normal rhetoric from a debate stage. She got very personally nasty with him. Yes, it was like praised by the left as, she just knew how to press his buttons. You know, she just knew exactly which trigger would set him off without any thought for, is this responsible talk from the woman who's asking us to make her leader of the free world? You understand that this man already had his life almost taken by an assassin? Like that, my point is simply,
we're going to listen in here to this news conference from the Palm Beach County Sheriff.
From the state attorney's office, we are going to give you everything we have. Everything. All right? So when we get done, think about your questions, because we're not going to take a lot. And keep them to the information that you heard. Don't get into what ifs, and because of this, we're not going to go there. All right? So keep that in mind, and we'll be good. So here we go. All right, 1:30 this afternoon. call came out, shots fired. That was called in by the Secret Service. Because we're in constant contact with them all the time, we were notified of that, and we had units here that immediately sealed off the area. Fortunately, we were able to locate a witness that came to us and said, hey, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag, which was great. So we had that information. Our real-time crime center put it out to the license plate readers. And we were able to get a hit on that vehicle on I-95 as it was headed into Martin County. We got a hold of Martin County Sheriff's Office, alerted them, and they spotted the vehicle and pulled it over and detained the guy. After that, we took the witness that witnessed the incident, flew him up there, and he identified as the person that he saw running out of the bushes and jumped into the car. Now, in the bushes where this guy was is a AK-47 style rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks which were hung on the fence that had ceramic tile in them, and a GoPro, which he was going to take pictures of. So those are being processed right now. The Secret Service agent that was on the course did a fantastic job. What they do is they have an agent that jumps one hole ahead of time to where the president was at. And he was able to spot this rifle barrel sticking out of the fence and immediately engage that individual, at which time the individual took off. So that's what we know about the investigation. We have somebody in custody right now that is a potential suspect. We got a little bit more work to do on it, but as we usually do, as soon as we decide that we're going to book him into the county jail and the charges that he's going to be booked into, we'll get those to you and we'll get a picture of him and we'll get you his background. So now I'm going to turn it over to the representative of the Secret Service, and he's going to make a brief statement.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I first want to thank all of our law enforcement partners, to include the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office and the Martin County Sheriff's Office, for their involvement today. Former President Donald Trump is safe and unharmed following a protective incident shortly before 2 p.m. on Sunday at Trump International Golf Club at West Palm Beach. The U.S. Secret Service personnel opened fire on a gunman located near the property line, and this matter is under investigation. I'll turn it over to my partners over at the FBI.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Veltri. I'm the special agent in charge of the FBI's Miami field office. The FBI has assumed the role as the lead federal law enforcement agency in the investigation of the incident that occurred earlier today at Trump International Golf Course here in West Palm Beach, Florida. We've deployed a number of resources, including investigative teams, crisis response team members, bomb technicians, and evidence response team members as well. What we need right now is for the public to avoid the area around the golf course. We will continue to support this investigation with the full resources of the FBI, alongside our partners with the United States Secret Service and the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, as well as Martin County Sheriff's Office and state and local law enforcement. I would ask that if anyone has any information that may assist with this investigation, to contact our tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI or at tips, that's TIPS, .fbi.gov. Thank you.
David? Hi, I'm Dave Ehrenberg, State Attorney for Palm Beach County. I want to thank Sheriff Bradshaw and our partners at the local, state, and federal levels. I'm here because our prosecutors are currently working up warrants and a motion for pretrial detention for the suspect. In that way, he will be kept in custody. But our filing of these warrants and charges at the state level does not preclude federal charges that could be coming. But in the meantime, it looks like the warrants and the pretrial detention motion will happen first. And again, I want to thank the cooperation we've had with our federal partners and at the local level And thank you all for being here today.
Okay, we're going to make these pictures available to you. It'll show you a picture of the backpack and the rifle. And there's also a GoPro on the fence there where he was intent on filming what was going on. Even though we're going to have to secure a couple of areas around the golf course here, the public doesn't need to panic. We know that we got a post office, a library, and a school down the street. So we'll make it convenient for you to get to all the places you need to go, get your kids to school, get them over here to the post office or wherever else you need to go. It's safe. There's no more danger here, and we'll make it very convenient for you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social.
If Trump had been speaking this way about Kamala Harris, and God forbid she had 2 attacks on her life, every single mainstream media outlet would be in full meltdown right now. Full meltdown over him and his words. But she can insult as long as she wants, as grossly as she wants. No one will say anything about her. You can have the Hitler-esque magazine covers. You can have, we'll get to what the Lincoln Project just did. You can have every representative on the Democratic side come out and say the worst possible things about him. And they'll just say, oh, no, it's absolutely irresponsible. Here's Kamala Harris, just as a refresher from Tuesday night at the debate.
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. So let's be clear about that. And clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that. During the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom. And world leaders are laughing at Donald Trump. I have talked with military leaders, some of whom worked with you, and they say you're a disgrace. It is very well known that Donald Trump is weak and wrong on national security and foreign policy consistently over the course of his career. Attempted to use race to divide the American people. These dictators and autocrats are rooting for you to be president again because they're so clear they can manipulate you with flattery and favors.
I mean, I'm sorry, Bill, but you know if the shoe were on the other foot, that stuff would be on nonstop loop on every single cable channel.
You hit it right on the head, and if the script was flipped, I guarantee you would find some DA looking to bring charges of being complicit in this crime. They would look to charge President Trump if they made an attempt on Kamala's second time. They would look to indict him on
charge
something.
him with incitement.
Exactly. And this is where things are getting really, really scary. And to bring up a point that you brought up before about the Secret Service, no one loses their job. We saw that at the IRS. We saw it with the feds that were texting each other how they have a backup plan. They just got like 1.5 million as severance. You know, until our civil servants are held accountable and being able to be fired, we're going to see them dropping the ball time and time again. And I apologize. I'm a former civil servant, and I've seen it, and I still see it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That no one's gotten fired. I do want to say this. They didn't even raise at that debate, Buck, the assassination attempt. They didn't raise anything about Joe Biden's mental acuity, and they didn't raise one question about Trump almost losing his life to this at the hands of this man 2 months ago. But they let her get up there and talk about Donald Trump as a threat to democracy. He's the threat to democracy. So once again, it's a complete inability to digest that Trump could actually be the victim. Not in the left sense of that term, but in this case, an actual shooting victim, and in both cases, an actual victim of an attempted assassination. This one will be memory hole just like the first one.
Absolutely. And if anything, I think they'll feel even less gross if they think that they're journalists, which they're not, in just moving past this as fast as they can, because we're so close to the election that they view this as a necessary. One of the challenges, or really one of the unfortunate truths that we've learned about journalists, and I mean the biggest journalistic entities that are legacy media, is they made a decision with Donald Trump that the old ethics and the old guidelines for how to do your job with integrity and decency are gone because decency and truth are anti-Trump. And explicitly, the Washington Post and other places said that. I mean, whether it was on a group editorial or just from the day-to-day of their coverage, they decided that all the old rules have to go when it comes to their coverage of Trump. They have to be openly anti-Trump, even though they had played this game of, oh, we're neutral for a long time and we all knew they were Democrats. But the point is, now they have the same thing with overheated political rhetoric, with dangerous, with violent political rhetoric. I remember when they tried to blame Sarah Palin for the shooting of Gabby Giffords because Sarah Palin had like targets on a congressional map or something like that, as in we're targeting this district, right? And they tried to do this whole thing, and she ended up suing the New York Times for that. But there really has been a one-way street for a while now of this kind of, I mean, let's just do a quick review. This level of extremely serious and in this case, very, again, close to coming to fruition, even close to the first time around, assassination attempts. They tried to kill a Democrat, a avowed Bernie Sanders supporter. By the way, I don't blame Bernie Sanders for this, but I'm just saying he was an avowed Bernie Sanders supporter who was screaming, "This is for health care." I think that's noteworthy. While he was shooting at conservative members of Congress in 2018 on a baseball field in Alexandria. That's never talked about when we look at political rhetoric. And, when you have, and I'm sorry, I mean, those people on MSNBC, they are both dishonest and very stupid. I know one of them, not smart people, that they're talking about politically overheated rhetoric as though this comes from the right. It's as though they've been asleep for quite a while now. I know they'll always point to January 6th. And one of the big problems that Trump supporters have had with the maniacal focus on January 6th is we had an election in 2020 under duress. BLM rioted for months. They rioted on my block, Megan. I mean, it sounded like,
Mine too.
Like I was in the background of a Vietnam movie or something with all the police helicopters and the sirens and everything going on as they were trashing my street. And businesses had to board up their windows for that 2020 election in anticipation of a Trump win because the Democrats were going to lose their minds. So the one riot they can point to that's Trump affiliated is the only riot that somehow is bad. Now, 2 assassination attempts against President Trump, a mass assassination attempt that shot Steve Scalise, almost killed Senator Rand Paul, could have killed a dozen members of Congress if the guy hadn't been taken out by a Capitol Hill police officer. We're seeing a trend here. Oh, and also the attempted assassination of Brett Kavanaugh by some lunatic. Democrats have taken rhetoric to a place where people are increasingly going to be violent and think that they are moral in doing so. And that is a very dangerous place for the country. And the lawfare that they're doing against President Trump ties directly into this as well, because the court system is being used as a tool of political violence now, locking people up because they like Trump, including maybe Trump himself.
And you know what else on the lawfare front, Buck, as it falls apart, as it should, right? Even in these corrupt courts, as the U.S. Supreme Court weighs in, or a higher authority weighs in, like down in the Fani Willis case, it's going up on appeal. She's going to get DQ'd. People get angry, right? People get frustrated because they've been told by Democrats and by the media that these cases are a slam dunk, that this is the Mar-a-Lago case is a lock. It's a lock. And this is a corrupt judge who is appointed by Trump. And she's trying to manipulate the system. And then when it doesn't go the way they want it to go, it inflames passions further. Not saying any of this caused this guy to do this today, but I'm sick and tired of the leftists doing this, blaming people like Tucker for any mass shooting we see. And then when the shoe is on the other foot, that's Trump's fault too. That's also the fault of Donald. He's the one who needs to control his rhetoric. Just sick and tired of it. You guys, thank you both. Thank you both so much for being here.
Megan.
Bill Stanton.
Bill, good to see you.
Buck Sexton. See you guys. You know what? See you again soon. That's how I feel. See you on the next one. That's where this feels like it's going. Do you guys remember at that Tuesday night debate, Donald Trump saying this?
This is the one that weaponized, not me. She weaponized. I probably took a bullet to the head because of the things that they say about me. They talk about democracy. I'm a threat to democracy. They're the threat to democracy with a fake Russia investigation
we do have a lot
that
to get.
went nowhere.
We have a lot to get to. Lindsay?
A lot to get to. And they moved right on. wanted to ask about climate change, wanted to talk to him about J6, wanted to talk to him about the fact that he said to a podcaster, I lost by a whisker. Did not want to hear about the assassination attempt. Did not want to hear about how they are the threat to democracy. That was of no interest to ABC News. You think it is today? I mean, I just wonder whether David Muir is sitting there thinking, man, from a self-serving perspective, it sure would be great to have Trump on camera this week talking about threats to democracy and what the assassination meant to him, what it says about political rhetoric in the United States. What is his perspective? Do you think they wouldn't have asked that question of Kamala Harris if she had been the one who, God forbid, took a bullet? Think again. There's a reason they didn't go back over that with Donald Trump. Okay, old news, sure, it happened, 2 months ago. But it's one of those moments that everybody in the world would have stopped to listen to. What has it taught you, if anything, about political rhetoric in the United States? Why wouldn't you ask that? Okay, maybe it went down the rabbit hole with, why did you cover up Joe Biden's mental problems, Kamala Harris? Joining me now is Charles Marino. He's former Secret Service. He was an agent there and author of Terrorists on the Border and in Our Country. And John Spears, Special Forces sniper and sniper trainer for law enforcement and military, and author of Warlord of the Unraveling. Guys, welcome back to the show. We had you on 2 months ago to talk about the first assassination attempt, and here we are yet again. I'll start with you on it, Charles, as a former Secret Service guy. What do you make of the news today?
Well, we got very lucky that the two agents in the golf cart, 2 holes ahead of the former president, spotted that muzzle coming through the fence line right along the golf cart path. There's going to be a lot of questions here regarding how this individual was able to get so close. And it comes down to one simple question, and that is the Secret Service providing the necessary resources and protocols to match the threat level against the former president? And I don't think they're there yet. They are still stuck in this world of he's a former president. Here's what typically former presidents get with respect to protection. And they're not taking into account the uniqueness of him being a former president and now Republican nominee, and the increased political rhetoric coming from the left that is in no doubt, in my mind and experience, leading to this increased threat level against the former president. So
why?
The
Explain
Secret
that.
Service,
Why do you think that?
Well, because you never know who you're speaking to. You never know who you're going to radicalize. And what you have is you have these nutcases that are going to come out of the woodwork. They're going to interpret what you're saying as indicating that they must take action to mitigate this threat, being former President Donald Trump, as a threat to democracy. Which is not true, which should not be said. And again, you're radicalizing a lot of different people, whether it's the shooter we saw in Butler or now this individual today in Palm Springs. You're bringing these people out of the woodwork that are just, one, they want notoriety for themselves. 2, they feel like they're being tasked based on this rhetoric from the left to undertake these operations in an attempted assassination. And it's not good. It's not good for the country. It's certainly dangerous and irresponsible when it comes to the safety of the former president. And I think you were all right based on your previous discussions that had this been occurring the other way, most certainly we'd be hearing about it from the mainstream media, saying that the former president and his campaign were responsible for these actions of these lunatics.
The thing. So, I mean, to me, it was just for the record, it was Palm Beach, Florida. I know you said Palm Springs. I know you know it's Palm Beach.
Palm Beach, sorry.
What we see after every single one of these mass shootings is the Democrats running to find a Republican to blame or a conservative to blame. And typically, we, in the space that I broadcast in, will be quick to say, this is ridiculous. Stop doing that. You can't take a madman and his crazy, deteriorating mind and ascribe something somebody said on cable as the reason behind this madman's decision to kill. It's a crazy person's decision. But I have to tell you, Charles, even I now, looking at this, like, how can you not pause to say there's something happening here that's stirring up the crazies? At a minimum, And we do need to pay attention here. I mean, it's fine. Like we tried not to go down that road the last time. It's staring us in the face. And it would be irresponsible at this point to not at least entertain the notion that the over-the-top rhetoric about this man in particular has gotten to the point of true danger on it. John, what do you think?
We have passed stochastic terrorism, and we have now entered deterministic terrorism. So I'll explain. In the early 2000s, the left developed the term stochastic terrorism. Stochasm is the mathematical and epidemiological condition where there is no known threshold from acts to which there is an end effect. The other way of saying stochastic is to say non-deterministic. I'll explain, and it'll all come together. We use those terms most frequently in radiation biology when we're talking about what level of radiation exposure produces an injury, like a kind of cancer. So to get radiation-induced cataracts from exposure to radiation, there is a set threshold below which you won't get radiation cataracts, above which you will absolutely get radiation cataracts. For thyroid cancer, it's stochastic or non-deterministic. You really don't know what radiation exposure or how many exposures could lead to you getting thyroid cancer. So in the early 2000s, the left aimed against conservative talk radio and people like yourself to say, all these crazy right-wing people are saying all these things in the media, and it's going to encourage some crazy right-winger to commit some act of violence or terrorism against somebody in the left. Well, 20 years later, we know what the threshold is. The left has crossed that threshold deterministically, and we now have 2 episodes back to back where rhetoric from the left has ignited someone on the left to try and assassinate the leader of the conservative movement. So you'll be the leader in this, Megan.
We don't know that for a fact. We don't have causation. This is speculation out of frustration at the man continuing to get shot at. I mean, the fact that this guy had an AK-47, that's what they're saying, at least now, within 300 yards of the president. I mean, I'm not a gun expert, John, you are, but you tell me that could easily take out the former president. If these Secret Service agents hadn't seen that rifle coming through the fence, he'd be dead.
What they're saying right now, and this will be solved easily with one picture, is they're saying an AK-style weapon with a scope. It is very difficult. It takes a lot of modification and aftermarket parts to put any kind of optic, a scope, on an AK-47. What this is initially hinting to me that it's by AK style, that it's actually a weapon called an SVD, a Dragunov, a Soviet-style sniper rifle, which is the AK-style weapon that you can put a scope on. So if that does, in fact, end up being the case, what that tells us is something far more complex about these shooters' preparation to carry out this act against President Trump.
Oh, interesting. Why? Go on. I mean, what would he have had to do? Could any normal citizen get their hands on those things?
Certainly, it's easily done. They're completely legal, semi-automatic weapons, but it's the difference between working at these distances, someone planning in advance enough to say, I need a scope, a magnified optical sighting system to be able to engage my target. And it's going to say a lot about the person's planning and preparation and knowledge. And it's, the last shooter in Butler County likely planned this for a long time, but used the tools at hand, an AR-style rifle, which is widely available. If this pans out that the shooter actually had a a Dragunov, an AK-style weapon that is an actual sniper weapon, it's going to tell us a lot about their preparation, their intention, and maybe even about potential support that the suspect received in preparation for this act.
Charles, right now, and the days to come will bring the full story. This guy looks like a nut if you see some of the social media accounts postings that are breaking. He's very focused on Ukraine, very focused on the war in Ukraine, offering to pay people something like $1,200 to go fight for Ukraine. But here's one that sounds also confusing. This is from January 8th, 2024. Again, cautioning the audience, assuming this is the guy's account. It's an unusual name, Ryan Ruth, R-O-U-T-H. And oftentimes the media runs with the name. The name's been confirmed by law enforcement now, but is this exactly him? They haven't exactly said this account is linked to him. Okay, so there's a little wiggle room in here. But he posted on that date, at Nikki Haley, please join Vivek Ramaswamy as a team of president and vice president. We must do this now to create a winning ticket. Now that we can all get behind. Please do not be selfish and arrogant. Partner now to change the course of this election. Break norms and give us an option. Now, I mean, that's nuts because, of course, Nikki Haley is a hawk on Ukraine, and Vivek Ramaswamy is exactly the opposite. And this was 1 month after the Republican primary debate with yours truly, at which that was really
What's up,
clear.
homies? Hey, thank you guys all for
really
chilling,
clear.
hanging
so
out, vibing.
Like ordered thinking.
Make sure you guys
somebody.
subscribe on YouTube.
Posts on the other
Also
side.
live on X and
There's some
Facebook and
anti-Semitic
Twitch.
posts.
Blah blah blah.
I mean, my layperson's opinion so far is, having seen a lot of these, the guy had a screw loose, and I don't know what to make of that. Like, I think that's part of.
I checked out his
the reason
profile on
media moved
Facebook too. They
from
took
the
it
Trump
down.
Assassination, because they were like,
His profile is gone on Facebook.
he's a nutcase, and we can't find one clear ideology, says the FBI. So we've got to just chalk it up to free country. Secret Service needs some reforms. And if this is the case with this guy, they're going to do the same thing. Is there any merit to that?
Well, there's merit to the fact that they've definitely moved on and written off the mental health aspect of the Butler, Pennsylvania shooter. But what I can tell you is these are some of the most dangerous people, and here's why. When you have significant mental health issues, but you're still able to formulate a plan of attack, that makes you a very, very dangerous person. That becomes the biggest concern for the U.S. Secret Service. And that's what we had here. There is no doubt, just like we did in Butler, that we are going to find at this incident in Palm Beach, that there was pre-planning that went into this attack. There was some type of surveillance that was being conducted. There was some type of site familiarity. Why did he choose that specific location, that specific fence line? He knew the proximity to the street. That aids in not only getting to the target quickly, but also fleeing the area quickly to get back to a vehicle. So we're dealing with people that are conducting operations well in advance to the act that they're carrying out. That's a concern. And for the Secret Service, the issue becomes, how are they able to get better at detecting and disrupting in the planning stages? Now, there's no doubt that this individual from today, this
crazy.
He's been here so many times. He's looking to enter that GOAT tier of players up there, Arcade up in Turbo, with a win here today. But how about Drally, the rookie, who is playing like a veteran on stage right now? And how many more times does Exotic have to prove that he is that caliber of player? Major winner with Karmine Corp last season, looking to add Worlds to his impressive list of successful events.
So yet again, G2 and BDS play a one-goal game. Is it going to be more of the same for the rest of this series? Or will we get a breakaway from Daniel, who's got no one to beat?
Massive 50 by Daniel. And great comms by G2 there. You can see that Daniel took his time. He knew the goal was wide open. BDS did not have anybody back in time. So a little bit of hesitation from BDS in the midfield there, not knowing which way to turn. Daniel slots it. What an incredible year he's having. NA's one of NA's original prodigies, looking to perhaps even pick up a World Championship MVP.
And it did feel like it took some time for him to reach the level that everyone expected from him. But he has been worth the wait. With that first touch, not quite what he was after, but we already know Daniel can certainly make these plays up on the fly. As Drali by beast mode. He wasn't too far off. Now Daniel's opportunity, taking away from himself, but that's going to bounce out quite nicely. Shot fizzles away, and Monkey Moon happy to play it.
Yeah, not the best shot there by Atomic, straight towards Monkey Moon. But I love the 50-50 by Daniel beforehand. Daniel has been controlling so many series, controlling so many teams with this 50-50 game. I feel like that's probably, for me, the one thing G2 have improved on the most since Copenhagen at the start of the season.
Back out to Exotic, who will happily play backboard, has to avoid getting hit though. You can already see the support player, just something for G2 to keep their eye on. This time it was Monkey Moon, who is now in. Just delays. That was disgusting beast mode, but they are still in somewhat trouble. Will BDS want to cut rotation? No, happy to go back to their own back third again. Monkey Moon has tried a few of these, limited success to this point.
Yeah, a lot of these air dribbles from BDS are coming in slow, so there is an option for G2 to break rotation, just rotate towards the ball instead of towards the back post side, the more traditional side to rotate. Will be off the post. Oh, for a second there. Looked like we might be having a second goal for G2 going to an open BDS net.
Monkey Moon realised after the demos there's no point diving in. Tentative since that first goal went in. Drali backboard, he can't follow, he was bumped. Lovely touch there from Beast Mode. Drali still on so little, but he gets enough. BDS as always.
Oh, what's happening, guys? You guys are for chilling. Thanks for hanging out.
Opportunity. Nice block shot from Monkey Moon. BDS not able to break them down. It's back out again for Drali!
Corner shot. He got scared and left it open.
BDS response. Placement. Perfect for Drali as Exotic and Monkey Moon set up the team play.
It's what BDS do. When some teams will happily scamper back to their own back third, allow G2 to have a moment, they just keep going. Wave after wave of pressure, and finally G2 broke. Atomic with Daniel in support. Daniel's going to go to the far side. Wait to see what Exotic does. Put it behind him. Oh, G2 have got the flair at the moment, but can they get the result?
Just ridiculous activity by Beast Mode. Drali with a tough overhead save there. Does very well to stay with the ball.
Oh, Joe, I didn't see your chat, bro. Alex Jones did it.
Guy for G2. Surprise! Mind game by Beast Mode. And G2 had the lead.
Monkey Moon believed, but Beast Mode just will tap the side of his head and say, I got you.
That's funny. Dude on YouTube said Alex Jones did it. That's wild. Yeah, it's always Alex Jones, bro. Alex Jones will get credit though for calling it again.
Monkey Moon with the catch, gonna go off the wall. You already know it's gonna be turned and challenged at some point. There it is. Now it's Drali's turn.
Drali's been asked to do a lot of difficult work in defense here for BDS, but continues to do what's needed of him. G2 giving BDS a taste of their own medicine here, starting to box them into the blue half of the pitch. Still a lot of time left in the game for BDS. G2 unable to run up the score like they did in game 1.
Lovely challenge again, Beast Mode. Struggling to put a foot wrong at the moment, just making life awkward for BDS, who would love just that little bit of extra time before they went into offense. Time is running away from them here, 70 seconds left on the clock. G2 will not give up a freebie. They might go up by 2. Here's Beast Mode!
What a double. What a double. Off the backboard to himself.
Beautiful finish, right behind the goalkeeper. And what a pass mid as well, off the sidewall to get things started off. G2, 2-goal cushion.
And now for BDS, it is time to full send. Get the demo, steal the boost, do whatever you can. Just do not let G2 settle on this lead. 50 seconds, and the worst position for BDS to be in their own side of the field. Monkey Moon to the left, he won't get the ball. G2 steadfast. They will not give this up for anything.
Well, G2 are just controlling BDS air dribble games so well. They know that BDS love to air dribble into 50s. They love to dribble into 50s. G2 are not falling for that. Is that going to be forward? Not quite off the post. It still might be, though. Monkey Man's able to turn and deny it. Still not quite across the finish line of this game, G2. This exotic test from distance. And beast mode to yet another roar of the crowd. Saves the ball to the corner.
It's those midfield challenges, though. G2 are smashing through them, and BDS have to work from stage one. Here comes Exotic. One boost. Yep, you're not the one to play that. Drali has to get them a goal with at least a second off the clock. Backboard. It's just too late. G2 have got the lead of the series back.
Well, they're already better than the last try 2 years ago. Halfway there. 2 games won. 2 games left to get. And a timeout for BDS.
You've got to. You cannot afford to lose this next game and have to play against 3 championship points.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good timeout. I like this from BDS. I think saving it until a potential 1-3 is just going to be too late, especially when G2 still have a timeout available themselves. This is clearly an attempt to tie the series again and guarantee that we're going to get to see at least Game 6.
This has probably been the best part of what Cassio has brought to this team ever since he joined them. When the open era started, BDS were a team never took any timeouts, no matter what the result and the score was. And that often led to results.
Dude. Hey, be right back, guys. Be right back. Be right back. BRB.
Where it just kept going wrong. They didn't necessarily have the voices in the squad to turn that ship around. Cassio looking to do exactly that in the biggest timeout of his career.
Well, right now, the problem for BDS is that G2 are playing with so much offensive freedom, so much creativity. They're much, much harder to read with their attacking plays. BDS are having a hard time knowing, is Beast Mode going to fake this? Is he in fact just going to go and try a tight angle redirect? Is this a backboard double? Is it a shot? You know, G2 are constantly threatening multiple offensive options. BDS, at least in my opinion, in comparison, have been one-dimensional.
For me, BDS, we spoke to Nolly earlier on when we were upstairs, and he told us BDS are so good at playing their style. They hit the ball so hard, and when you think you've got an opportunity to take the ball, they crush the challenge. For me right there, it's the latter part that is not anywhere near for BDS, because G2 are winning the challenge game, and they're winning it by a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if you come into this matchup, we already know that G2's playstyle is all about pre-jumps. It's all about aerial plays. It's all about getting boost and using it to make difficult to save shots happen. BDS, meanwhile, they're all about, you know, just keeping the game simple. And it just looks like it's a lot easier for G2 to put BDS in deep water right now. Let's see what the timeout does here for BDS. Can they find a better winning strategy?
But for the games that G2 have won, they have scored incredibly early. That's a massive miss. Exotic's got to try and bail his team out. Didn't quite look like G2 really believed it, though, so I'm happy to hold back the numbers. Daniel against the challenge. G2 even trying to play for the corner like it was the goal itself. Here's Exotic. Gonna have to try and play for a challenge. That didn't happen for him. Yeah, Exotic has to go back, but he's not gonna get there, so he did need Drali. Well communicated there from BDS. Ceiling reset. Drali looks for the basketball! Oh! Dunks on their heads! 1-0!
Ceiling reset. Ground double tap. G2 had no idea what to do with that one.
Just don't see it all that often. The nerve of him to even try it. But BDS usually do the simple stuff very well. That was the complicated stuff incredibly well done. Here's Charlie yet again. He's got the ball. Looks to try and take them out. Almost found the demo. G2 would have had the support, but Drali's looking confident.
And that's dangerous. You know, he's the mechanical guy for BDS. He's a player who can put up pretty much any goal in the world. If it exists, Drally can probably recreate it. BDS have got more players capable of those kind of things. Will the weight on Drally's shoulders to be that mechanical menace be too much for the rookie?
Monkey just trying to get his team some time, but they need to get there first on those sort of plays. They cannot afford to get dusted, because you get situations just like that.
Oh, snap.
Again, it's G2 swarming. Monkeyman, afraid of an earlier shot, jumps off the wall too early, and it comes in over his head.
Whoa.
This is definitely G2's
Brandon, thank you for the raid, bro.
like this. You can
Dang, man. Hey, good stream, dude. Good stream. I was watching your shit earlier. Good fucking shit, my guy. That was a good air dribble. Let's go back over to my buddy Dan. My buddy Dan's streaming. He's got like 2,800 people. Bro, spicy guy, what up? Thank you, thank you. Snake, what's happening? Hey, no problem, dude. Glad to see you still streaming, grinding. That's all I care about, man. I like the hard work and dedication. That's what I'm all about. Spicy guy, what's happening? Also, we're live on YouTube and X. If you guys want to go drop a follow on X, it's Buttsinator on all socials. It's not that hard. My buddy Dan wanted me to team up with him today. He's got 2,800 people in here. I should knock. Should I knock? I'm going to knock him. Oh, wait. Oh, dude. Always. Nah. Alright. I'm going to not knock. I gotta back out. Gotta back out. Yo, thank you. I'm just vibing. I'm chilling. Just chatting today. We're keeping it simple. About to go actually pour some scotch, man. You know what? I might as well start. Go grab me a nice glass of scotch.
Accidental own goal after the demo as well. It was just a clear ball through the smoke. G2 could not find the goal. Exotic up high, forcing G2 to commit to that high option on the air dribble. G2 are going to keep on pressing.
Daniel, you still out and about? You around our hometown still, brother?
I see no reason for them to change their strategy.
I said I moved back down to Springfield about a year and a half ago, so.
Every time they can.
Also, cheers, guys. Go get your guys a glass of your nicest scotch. Go enjoy a drink. Oh, nice. Hey, enjoy dinner. Have a good one, Brandon. Thank you again for the raid, man.
No boost for the follow there. Atomic and Daniel both searching for pads while beast mode won the race to the back.
What do you want, Pup? My pup is just.
Look at the speed of Daniel. It's a fake though. Atomic comes
Come here.
That shot is just not good enough.
Come here. Up. Come on. Come on. Get up here. Get up here. You want this?
Still down by one.
Phenomenal idea, but the follow-up was just too far away.
Go get it.
Get plenty of time for BDS to recover.
Hey, thank you guys all again for hanging out and chilling. Open net. Open net for BDS.
Monster is ready to play for a world championship.
Oh, look at that demo dodge from Exotic. Beast mode completely misses him. And Atomic, who was probably waiting for that demo to land, could not catch up with the shot. Brilliant by BDS. It's been individual.
You got Spike and Faye back there. I don't know if you guys see that. I don't know if we're getting Cowboy Bebop fans, but that's hand painted. Oh, bro, thank you for the biddies. Big old biddies, man. Big old biddies. Yeah, if you guys are a Cowboy Bebop fan, though, that there, that's actually hand painted. It actually cost me quite a bit. Dude, that's straight hand painted by a local artist in Colorado. Yeah, he's got some good work.
And now, the question that Everybody's wondering about
biggest
G2.
of biddies.
Do they call their timeout?
Hey, thank you
We're
again.
so
Appreciate that.
scared of teams
You're
calling
the man,
timeout at
Spicy.
match point. But I think they save it. I've not heard anything about one yet because BDS have already used theirs.
I'm just kind of like stream hopping.
G2 are going to save their timeout when they're down.
Like I'm trying to watch Rocket League. Well, I'm trying to watch my buddy Dan. Got a little Asmon Gold here, which I'm banned from his chat because his chat's woke as fuck.
Oh, I got him in the first phase. First phase, baby!
Shows it right there because the talent he scouted were incredible.
I mean, we said it at the start of the series. Exotics is one of the most underrated
Bro, what's this lag
players
today?
of all time. Put some respect on this man's name. He played such a different role for Karmi Corp last season. Now for BDS, he has to slot into a very different system. He has to be more mechanical when they switch to a more individualistic style of play, like they're using right now. And he can do it. I mean, what a jack of all trades that man in the middle is. So composed. Speaking of composure, I mean, Durali as well. Unbelievable.
And this is a team that started the season getting reverse swept.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a massive question mark.
Bro, it's wild.
Of can you do
Crazy.
it when anything's gone wrong for you? And for the longest time, the answer was no. It wasn't a one-off thing. Now, somehow, BDS have got all the confidence and the ability to bounce back from bad results.
Yeah, it's a must-win game now for G2, it feels. Although I say that, they have made
I don't know
comebacks
today, man.
in this event. And all, yeah, the way this is going, who knows? But this is such an important game. Double match point for the winner of Game 5. Who's it going to be?
But we are guaranteed at least Neo Tokyo. We go further. Well, that is up for the players to decide. Beast mode. Has he got that one to settle? Daniel's ready and waiting. Picked up the 100 boost, so it's going to be Daniel's turn. And yeah, BDS seems to
reset.
understand exactly the danger they were in, but look at the outplay pressure. And somehow BDS just do not flinch.
Oh, that's a chance for G2.
Yeah, stuff. Open net. Oh, whiffs! Dude, with the whiffs, that was wide.
BDS, but G2
Wow.
still applying pressure. Pre-jump saved by Monkey Moon.
He was the one with the boost. Exotic had nothing. Now the low challenge gets a second, but it's out again. Beast Mode's not got anything. Exotic's not got anything. It is a match of inches. Whoever can get 12 more boosts than the other, that could honestly decide one of the scramble plays.
That was a pretty nervous looking touch there by Beast Mode. G2 dominating the boost as they so often do, but their touches do not look as deliberate as they did earlier in the series.
Yeah, that last infield pass from BDS, they cannot keep doing that. That worked a couple of seasons ago. Now G2 are scoring off those.
Whoa.
We'll call whiff.
You know,
fake.
You could have called fake on that. There, it is true, but it's
Oh
not
my
good.
god.
BDS up by one. It's panic time
What's
for
it, yeah, I was
G2.
like, what's he
They need to
doing
do
on the
something,
freaking backboard?
Atomic
Yeah,
just
he's like
couldn't
rolling
get
down.
there in time.
My goodness, what a shot.
It's ridiculous.
What a read.
BDS are doing it again in the same arena to the same opponents.
I mean, it's just unbelievable. They have everyone in the arena against them, except some BDS fans scattered about the venue who are making as much noise as they can, and plenty more online who are trying to send them energy. Can BDS go ahead by 2? It's an airball shot right through the G2 defense.
Easy peasy, man.
BDS are in control.
And again, it's Durali and Exotic. And again, Johnny, it's the outplays. They are taking the challenges, and it keeps dropping lovely to another BDS player. 3 minutes. The good news for G2 is they've got time. The bad news for G2 is everything else. What can they do with the series turning against them?
I mean, there's absolutely no denying it. This is the most nervous G2 have looked. They need to step up here before they can start thinking about those incredible goals that they've been scoring earlier on in the series. They need to clean up their defensive touches. They need to clean up the midfield play. Because BDS are starting to play their game, and when BDS play their game, there's not many players, not many teams in the world who can match them.
Monkey move straight down the line. The trust that BDS have got in each other. The fake shots, and it's there! BDS
Bro, BDS is wiping G2. Like, cut him. Cut him. Call timeout. I wonder if they called a timeout. Last game they lost.
If you get faked out at that range, your defense behind you have no time to react. But G2, they're just looking jumpy on the pitch, Shogun. This is a chance for them, though. Daniel to the backboard. It's always up for it. This has to go in.
Oh, yeah, it was clean.
Hold on. Just a moment. G2 will not go quietly into the night. They've got to find 2 more. This is a good place to start. Daniel can't quite find the block. Exotic over the top. It's all on beast mode. Who finds the stop? He's found Daniel with the solo boost on everybody.
Well, BDS have committed to this play. G2 unable to really get a move on before the ball was once again BDS's Monkey Moon. Top corner snipe. Oh my goodness. What a shot by Monkey Moon.
What a pass. BDS just can't put a foot wrong offensively. For all of the flip resets and the way mechanics have developed, Monkey Moon's go-to strategy has always been the same. I'm going to hit this very hard, and it's going into your net.
They just straight line to the ball. Absolute ping, perfect.
Oh my god.
Once again, just taking the wind out of G2's sails. Daniel with barely any miss. What a flick! He almost broke the backboard with that one. G2 with a minute and 42.
Bro, it's over for G2. Bro, it's over.
Not even the post. Helping G2 out in this, the most tricky of situations. BDS looking for a 5th. They don't get it on the first try, but now they will. Durali will make it 5. And if it wasn't comfortable at the start of the game, it definitely isn't now.
BDS are erasing the only blemish for them in this grand finals. That game 1, they remembered it, and they've gone for revenge. This is ridiculous.
I mean, it really is. We talk about this being the event for comebacks. BDS, after game 1, had so many questions to answer, and they have just answered all of them. But this has been the event for almost fake comebacks. We've had the reverse sweeps. Oh, there's one for G2. Okay. Still time to work with here. So many uncompleted comebacks this event, Shogun. BDS have got one here. A little bit of a comeback from losing game 1. G2 trying to turn it around, and they've got 56 seconds left. 3 goals. I mean, it is doable.
Oh, especially when you've got the kickoff, Brad. Beast Mode can't quite reach it in time. Drali holds the midfield. That might very well have been the last opportunity G2 had to get back into this game. Do see a demo. Monkey Moon will be last back. At least until the respawn happened. Some momentum, though, for G2, who are looking better in the latter stages of this game. They do still have their timeout. And they are going to need it.
Oh, here goes Beast Mode. 30 boost challenge so well by Exotic there. You know, really thought that had to be a goal. That looked pretty good for G2, but then out of nowhere, BDS challenged them, threatening a 6th goal. Not satisfied with the beatdown they've already applied in this 5th game.
That's going to pop over to the side. Still hits the crossbar. Woodwork, not a fan of G2. To head into the final few moments of Game 5. Team BDS will have not 1, but 2 championship points.
And G2 do still have their timeout, and they've called it to the surprise of no one. This, though, is such a difficult situation. Down 2 match points in the World Championship Grand Final. What can Sathu and the boys conjure up?
And they've not made it easy for their fans at any point throughout the old history. Why were they going to make it easy for them this time around? For Monkey Moon, 3rd World Championship Grand Final in a row. Looking to try and become a 2-time World Championship winner. Drali looking to do what Zen did last season and go from rookie to world championship winner. And Exotic on the verge of silencing the doubters. No one can doubt you because they have to respect you and call you Mr. World Champion.
Well, they've done it once already. G2 came back against Furia, 2 match points down. They won game 6 and 7. Now they have to do it again. They're going to need every ounce of energy that you guys have got in this arena if they're going to pull it off. It's been a fantastic crowd all weekend, making noise for teams from, well, I was going to say every region, almost every region, maybe not the region of France in this case. But G2, they've shown comeback potential. This is possible. They just have to believe it's possible. And then they have to play their game, play their strategy, and avoid the mistakes that cost them so many goals early in game 5.
It's almost backwards thinking in a bit of a way, but we already have to realize that BDS, they've already done this. G2 smashed them in game number 1. BDS were able to come back and win game 2. So for G2, they just got to think, all right, well, if they can do it, so can we, surely. We can go ahead, win this game at Neo Tokyo, and go to the place where dreams are made. Champions Field or bust. There is nothing in between. G2, how much do you want it, lads? Are you able to avenge 2 years ago, or do we just live in Monkey Moon's world? G2, BDS, let's get to it!
A must-win game 6 for G2. No other option. And they start off with the ceiling play. I think they've made their intentions known with that. They believe in their offense. They believe in their aerial plays. But will they play?
I'm so bored, bruh. Oh my god.
It's been a BDS that has been a long time in the works. They have not been this good all season, but they are peaking when it matters. That's going to go all the way off the backboard. Daniel has to find a read. He's done exactly that. Monkey Moon, good fake challenge. He's just taken control of it so easily.
Love the use of the ball dash there by Daniel.
So blurry.
Just to stay with that ball, make it a little bit harder for BDS to get a clean touch. BDS creating their own touches in the midfield now. It's pandemonium at the halfway line. It's both teams tangle for possession.
Monkey Moon has to go back corner. The 100 boost only just spawned. Maybe the frame that he got over the top of it. He's going to use that boost. Get dumped for his troubles. Off the wall. Here comes Drali. Himself an Exotic. And G2 keeps them quiet this time around. Looking for the ceiling pinch. That's out to Atomic.
Oh my god, dude, the internet here at the apartment is ass today.
To the mid to break up in teammates, or just teammates waiting in the middle. Now the backboard coming into play for G2. Daniel in the mid-air catch, but the challenges are raining in early for BDS.
Monkey Moon. He has got support. Oh, there it is. Drali's going to put the shot wide, but there's and Atomic had to help out. Low boost. Exotic low. Drali boost. Drali. Drali scores.
Damn, bro. G2's gonna get fucking smoked here by BDS. This is actually gonna be insane if they win.
But BDS still keep attacking. They keep applying
There's still a lot of time on the clock, so
G2 have got it all to do.
I don't like either team. So I don't care.
First goal to reestablish the belief.
This is the grand finals.
Would you believe it?
Perfect kickoff by G2. Both teams going for soft touches, but it goes G2's way. And they were the team with the close cheating player to tie the game immediately.
What a call to go for it. Now there's
No way.
again. This time Exotic will be there in time. Drali.
Almost back-to-back open nets.
He's got the reset. Wanted to go low, couldn't quite do so.
Monkey Moon alone in the back for a second here. He's got to be careful. He's got Daniel lurking. Does well to stop him. Just keep the ball in that back corner. Almost half the game gone. Here comes Daniel now with the ceiling double. Pass to Atomic. Has gone over the top of it.
Beast mode waiting. That's across the face of goal. Nobody from G2 expecting it. They try for the infield, but low boost means he's missed the ball entirely. That's a massive dunk. That was the way that G2 was scoring earlier on. BDS almost able to return the favor. And look at that. No one challenging. Exotic used the blind spot of the ball to force the flick to go earlier.
Yeah, just hiding behind the ball there, Exotic. Daniel had to respect it and flick just in case the challenge was coming. Oh, it's a duck.
Oh,
there.
my goodness.
BDS is on top.
Oh.
Save by G2.
Oh.
Has that saved their tournament? 2 minutes, 1-1.
And that had to go out. If BDS can get one more, G2 are going to be on death's door once again.
Daniel off the side to Atomic. He leaves it. Where's the next one up? A little bit too late from beast mode. Here comes BDS, but that is just a monster clear. Then you're going to wait, hold the midfield. This is what BDS do at their best.
BDS challenging G2 so quickly. G2 need to play so fast in response. The extras touch there by beast mode, nearly catching BDS off guard.
Drali takes it to the air. Who dares challenge? You've got to go! If you don't, Drali will do that!
Ground to air dribble, reset by Drali. And I think he's in front of the ball. Even if there was a defender in the way, he might be bumping them. BDS, a minute and 29 seconds.
Bro, G2 might lose this, man.
G2 responded early last time. This kickoff, not quite as well done. A minute and a half before Monkey Moon is a 2-time world champion. Atomic can't go any further. Oh, he can. He's got the fake out. There's so many players committed. Beast mode. Infield. Fake. They've got bots. They've got
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Nice call by Daniel. Fake it to flick. Perfectly finds the top corner.
Fake it to make it, baby. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Hopefully you guys are also enjoying your finest scotch available.
G2, will they deliver one more goal for Champions Field? Or is it still BDS's who are also so close? Atomic, back down. Here's the follow to the corner. There's blue cars swarming all over the orange side of the field. But Beast Mode holds strong.
Yeah, boost advantage there for G2 in defense. Here comes Atomic. Daniels gonna carry the ball forward. It's off the backboard and BDS down the middle. Oh, you've got to be so careful leaving your net open against BDS.
100 boost prioritized. It's back out again. Exotic with Monkey Moon in support. Good time here for Atomic to take control.
Bro, G2's got to get this.
Challenging though, BDS allowing G2 just to play themselves out of it. Here comes Monkey Moon, waiting for his chance. That's well played over the top though. Beast mode, only as far as Exotic.
Monkey Moon again with a breaker rotation. Brings Drali into the play. Atomic
What a whiff. What a whiff. Atomic with a whiff. Heading to grand finals. Like, how sad is that, bro? These players are washed.
Is it really going to be like this? They're so close. Are they so far? 9 seconds, and G2 have to find the play.
They need a miracle. They don't even have possession.
Up goes Daniel, tries to keep the ball alive. He's over the top. And BDS, the best Rocket League team in the world. And your world.
Bro, the championships for Dookie.
So well lasted. Purple, throw your purple torches. Get the fists out there. Purple torches. Roll
Wish I was that good. Wish I was built different. Dude, the Mozzies clapping cheeks. Yo, SBL, just monkey crust? Thank you so much for those follows, gamers. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Take off your pants. What?
I love Dan.
Dear sharp curves, don't spin your wheels. Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. So
Let's see what's on sale on Steam.
Sharper than ever, 'cause we got traction, baby. Yours, Toyota sedans.
Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
I was like, nobody fun on the watch.
So, like, Maxime is in a really, really good spot right now.
Activity, pick up.
Landed RV.
No.
Burrito
is off the door. Perfect time.
Get us in there, man! Get us in there!
Hey,
run it up!
For the push, and Enkyo goes for the roundabout, connects a few, but not enough, and that's where you set your sights straight onto Adrian. The timing, not enough to go that 1v1, v2, and gang up on the north, but they convert this, they take the win, and we just keep putting all the points on the board. It just hasn't been enough. Now, if you think of yesterday during the group stages, right, the Falcons were the only one to eclipse 150, and quite frankly, they surpassed it, but FaZe Black, after their performance yesterday, went back to the drawing board and said, you know what? I've got something for y'all.
And this was that moment where we knew the Falcons had it in their grasp. They grabbed it in their talons and flew away with it, quite literally dominating in this map and reaping a ton of points, and they only needed a couple. With this win, they leapfrogged not only to the top of the leaderboard where they already were at, past our threshold, and are now up by 40 points. So if something just drastic happens and somebody breaches the threshold and wins before they can, they're likely at least getting second because of the points they tallied up in that one. They said, sorry about that. We were asleep for a little while. We were up late gambling, I guess. I don't know what happened, but they're here now and they're here to play, and apparently they're hitting that jackpot.
I was gonna say, what do you mean? The Falcons are Saints. They totally weren't touting going to a club and saying that everyone sucked yesterday. They are the perfect representation of Call of Duty Warzone, but honestly, a dynasty that they are looking to cement here. Soka last year, second place, the victory, the World Series of Warzone champ with Caldera, but Biffle, we said it yesterday, has never placed outside a top 3 in any of the World Series of Warzones throughout the years that he's competed in. And honestly, I know Polshak, I've got a good POV of them up there. Repulse, when he was competing, is one of like the only teams to beat Biffle.
True, yeah, that's so true. Shout out to the watch party up there. They are vibing, they're having a good time, and they're gonna lose their minds if the Falcons win it here. But again, I think the big point that still stands is Biffle needs to top frag. He's a kill behind Dongi, and Dongi is not gonna let go of that. Dongi has been slaying out all day today. COD Muni is one of those teams that we expected to be high risk, high reward, and well, frankly, they've reaped the rewards. They are in second right now, could potentially walk away with $53,000 a piece. If they don't win, they still easily have a chance to win. However, if history is repeating itself right now, one thing about this community team that is very different from the Falcons is they have a hard time winning. They always find kills, but to grab a win is a tall task for this squad, at least in the last several months.
It's true, and you think back to Monday, we're warming up for the LAN here this weekend in Las Vegas. It took them 3 games after hitting 150 to close it out, so I've got to hear it. Orleans Arena, do you think the Falcons close it out here? I don't know, it sounds kind of mediocre to me. I don't think we've got any believers.
That was a mixed bag, but I know we're excited about that one. And what I do know about this audience is they want everybody at the bottom of the leaderboard to drop on pop-off. What circle will we get for potentially the final map of the day? And as we hyped it up, we've got to keep the competitive integrity, folks. We got to keep the competitive integrity. I'm getting word that we're going to have to reset this one and make sure that everybody is in. I know. Now the question is, you and I get to talk more, but also as the boosts go out, this is like quite literally the definition of icing the cake. I mean, this is like somebody's calling a timeout. I don't think we gave these teams timeouts, but that's what it feels like right now. And I will say, under pressure, this is where the Falcons thrive. So I don't know if this is a good thing for the rest of the competition.
They're just staying mentally locked in, and everyone else is starting to fall a bit apart. They're just like, what do you mean? We see the circle, we go back to the lobby, and it's just like, just let me at them, right? Just let me close this thing out. But you're right, that competitive integrity that we have to maintain, and quite frankly, now I'm starting to get, I don't know.
You get iced as well?
No, my hands are starting to sweat a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, what is going on?
No, I'm pouring sweat out here. It's been a great day, and it's been very sweaty up here because we have been yelling our faces off for these teams. Again, I want to tout a couple of these squads that have had a great tournament thus far. Of course, we talked about that FaZe Black team, but FaZe, I mean, how much should we talk about this squad? Hot and cold, sure, but swag performs on land, man, and they are dominating today, a top 5 team. To have FaZe have 2 teams in the top 5 going into potentially the last map, or at least the end of this tournament, very impressive stuff. And you got to remember, you have a former World Series of Warzone winner on that team with Sage trying to enact some revenge of his own.
Yeah, he didn't get the solo YOLO yesterday. Even he was talking about it. He's like, look, I deserve to win this. I've been firing on all cylinders. I've been shooting absolute nukes. So it's time. Oh, hey, look, a little inception there. As you can see, they're watching the main. I saw them watching Pulse Check earlier, and they currently are, but I saw a little glimpse. Regardless, let's talk about them, because you think about Adrian. Last year, playing World Series of Warzone, he was alongside Aiden and Rated. Rated not necessarily here on the stage. Aiden on a different team with Z-Smith and DJ Moss. The roster mania post-World Series of Warzone last year went wild, but I'm enjoying this trio that we see on your screen right now. Now, not only this, they arrived in style to Las Vegas. I don't know if it was a private jet or what. That's where Swag was just like, you'd think I already won the million before I even got here.
That literally is verbatim what he tweeted. I love that confidence, but job's not done. Top 5 right now and a lot of money to exchange hands. I would love if we can to take a look at that prize pool again and remind folks at home what we're playing for, because yes, it's $1 million and it's top 20 today getting paid out. So if you're in 21st at the end of this, you will not be making money, and it is $300,000 if you win this competition, $100,000 apiece. That's going to put all members of the Falcons in the top 3, top 4 earners of all time, with Biffle already on top there. An extra $100,000 potentially added to his repertoire is going to push him up towards $650,000 earned on just this title. But 160K for second, 100,000 still for third, and then it drops off significantly and carries all the way down to 20th. We're at least walking away with a little bit of something. Maybe you're putting that all in black, I don't know.
No, I'm not, and sure, his reflection's not. He's gonna be standing behind you touting, it's red, and then everyone loses, so that's unfortunate for us.
Well, we got FaZe Black and FaZe Red, if you can call them that, both in top 5, so either way you look at it, roulette ticket's looking good. Now, I gotta say, I'm looking out for a couple teams that maybe haven't had the best tourney thus far. That Team Falcons MENA squad, they had an okay tournament, right? And I think one of the things about this squad that they've been struggling with is the IGL side of Almond. You're actually looking at them early in these maps, getting actually a sizable amount of kills, but they're not able to make it to the end zones. One of the reasons for that is because they have a very different task that only communities truly been able to execute on, which is leaving city and going to all these other zones all over the map. We've only had 1 city zone in nearly 13 maps.
Now I'm just curious, where are we even going? I wouldn't even mind a military base ending. We used to get crazy pools out towards the ranch that we're just so far in the open that anyone that's hailing from the northwestern side of things, it has to make the Lewis and Clark trek across Urzikstan.
Sure. And I think, frankly, looking back on even the regional finals and qualifiers, you know what the circles we got the most were city, but also the big Kotovo block circle way up to the top, right? Right up by 11. So, weird that we haven't even seen that circle yet as well. And talk about that RNG that definitely plays a big part in all of this, different RNG. Now, I am getting word from productions that we actually had
Bro, are they gonna get this game going or what?
Competitive integrity. We're gonna reset for him because we have to take care of that. They don't want to make sure he's okay, and it seems like he is. So he's gonna be playing. Everybody's good.
Yes.
Exiles are right back into the mix.
There is. They're gonna have to move. I hear them.
They just put that. Oh, you mean?
Wait, are they in?
These guys are probably still in. They're in. If they just played
Bro,
they're in.
no, it should. What?
Okay, we need comms. Listen, doesn't matter.
Careful with your armor.
How much are we in?
We're in this corner. Like, this is it, I think. We're in all the way until right here.
We're in, like, right here. I don't know. We need to figure out if it's worth staying here or not, or just fighting.
Well, if something opens up, we can go for it, but...
I think we just chill in third party. I think we chill in third party the RV. The RV's in. Yeah, we can just pick up kills on
the wall over here is not in, so if there's a team behind us, they're gonna have to force something, and I don't think they're gonna go for the cat walls.
We're on first. Yeah. I think we third party the RV. Yeah, I think we just third party the RV. Yeah. But we gotta be careful of the team up here. You're gonna have to wall that off, probably snipe the respawn team.
I'm gonna have to wall off. Oh, like straight southwest. Like
no,
straight.
Like you're gonna have to just block their LOS. Like
I'm just gonna wait for Vayne. Just gonna wait for Vayne to tell me something. I'm not gonna do anything.
You'll just wall like. I think we want to come out. We're gonna take too much damage. They land Doritos. That's gonna be. They landed far. Landed really far. They're getting beat on top. I don't know if anyone's gonna fight this. They landed under here. They landed over here.
There's still a team in the truck.
I mean first.
I'm going back upstairs.
Are we playing from first or are we going upstairs? No. Just come upstairs. Okay. Just a low presence.
Team over here.
We just need to observe. We don't have enough mans.
We're not in right there, by the way. We're in right here.
Fine. I'm gonna drop my armor again. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, it's the one that happened in EU, and that's right there. Can play this roof. Comms. Vayne, do you wanna, if they fight on the Dorito, do you wanna just third party it? And we can just listen for them to fight on the Dorito and third party it. And mirror that. We could like wall off the whole zone and mirror that right there, and we're in on the back side of that building. Yeah. We need to play something over here. Yeah.
Just gonna have to tell me. You're literally just gonna have to tell me where to wall. Here, let me give you guys. Let me make burst for you guys. Actually, I can't.
Yeah, you can if you.
No, I can't now. I'm not in zone.
Okay.
I should have done that before.
Fuck it. They're fighting on the right over here, it sounds like.
30 seconds remain.
Are we just gonna go out last second, Vayne?
Alright, just tell me where to, you have to just tell me where to wall. That's it.
It's gonna be to the corner of this building, okay?
The corner of this building, okay.
We can dip to the roof too from here, Vayne. And the roof's in. Kind of what I'm thinking. But I mean, they're gonna get shot. We can just shoot this team. We go wall on the roof. Can we just zip to first floor and play first floor? On this little balcony?
Yeah, but they could Orleans Arena. This has got to be it.
All right, folks. Everybody take a big collective deep breath. The beginning of the end. It can be short or it can be long. We're jumping into this final.
Look on the right.
Play right side. Yeah, zip to the building. I said
They're there. They're looking. Weak, kind of.
We zip roof blade, okay? I zipped already. On my right, behind me. Right? It's just a duel. Get the kills. I can't. I cracked the two right there, Snipe. You can play for those kills.
Give me that circle. We are slicing and dicing Urzikstan from farms.
Snipe down sucks.
Maybe we get a potential for it to pull to the north, just on the outskirts of military base, or maybe we go down to the south, we revisit the ranch. A lot of battles here, especially when you think of the bazaar. A lot of hot starts over there, but it doesn't matter because all eyes on Popov and no one willing to risk it and feed them even more elimination.
know you want money. I get it. We'll see what happens. They're going to walk out with about 50K, and they've got a good opportunity to win, but it's definitely not all she wrote. Now, Tim, you talked about that circle. It's a big moment to talk about because it could go back to farms. What have we seen in farms? 2 in circles there yesterday. One of those, Falcons got second. The other, they won with a massive margin. That was the biggest game I believe they dropped yesterday with that win. I think it was pushing 60 points. So still a lot of history in farms for them as we head to the Gulag as COD Muni apparently in trouble.
Well, mind you, they only need like 16 points to breach 150 scum in here against Huskers. Exiles trying to hold it together and breach top of the leaderboard, earn the most they can. The zip comes out, and Huskers takes it and baits it, and Scummin's just shooting, and Huskers takes it to him!
Back to back with the fake! The broken legs, the broken neck. See you later, Scummin.
The broken ego, if I gotta say.
Okay, my guy Husk is styling on him here in the Gulag. I love that start. Unfortunately, not a great start for the team, albeit a great moment for Huskers. We're going to see where they go to regain. Now, Popov, not very active right now. We do see Team FIFA kill. They've moved all the way up to the north side of Popov. This is not unfamiliar territory for them. They've done this now several times. North side of Popov, and then they usually rotate towards Levin. But with this zone favoring the eastern side, they could come through and try to take a contest against the Falcons.
Well, we've got Squad's Insight Gaming on your screen. DRN for now. Destroyer looking for angles, see if we can catch Stukax out. Maybe some early eliminations as Nate Dogg is isolated over here by himself. Can we get this 1v1 against them? Well, maybe. We reunite with the homies over in Lowtown.
A quick look at FaZe, by the way. Again, top 5. You can see our top 5 in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Obviously a massive margin between first and second, but the Falcons just need a win. CT Red, a lot of cheers from the crowd for them. Unfortunately, FaZe is going to swing in and likely clean this one up. Dark says, I'm out of here. Samir back on his feet only for a millisecond as Sage is pushing the equation. Great fragger today for this team, but it's been a team effort as they clean up. Lightning Castillo hunting through the water, pistol in hand.
Not like
Castillo
that.
is out, and CT Red headed to the Gulag. FaZe is moving on all cylinders as we swing back to Aiden, who just hit a zip from Super. They got their loadout so fast, and they're trying to contest this Lowtown area.
But 38 points are needed from this map for them. And COD Community, well, 18. Dongy in the Gulag, Scummin back into the mix, especially after we saw that play from Huskers. But Unrational here, you've got Noobs on the other side, and Scummin backs down and out. One more elimination, it's Vitality. Can we find Steve-O? And we've already breaking the plates there.
To the Gulag we go with Dongy. Let's see if he can get the better of his opponent this time, and I believe that stick. Not quite a fastball special, there's no thermite, but a stick straight to the chest and ran away from his opponent. Nice take, a nice win. 1-1 in the Gulag for COD Immunity, and frankly, unfortunately for Vitality, they are 0 for
close. She was close with that
snipe.
snipe.
They try to contest this COD Immunity team, whether off drop or right after drop.
Kind of interesting here as see that next circle starts to pull. Do we go to the north? Do we hang towards the farms? Do we center on up? A lot of our squads omit EU over on Manor, but this is a very similar pool to the ending that we saw when we went to the coast on the outskirts of military base. And that just goes to show you, honestly, look at the Falcons and how spread out they are. We have 1 roaming industrial, 2 down in Popov. All you have to do is isolate them out, but no one ever goes towards that side of the map. Omit NA, they start in Rostava, and they've been working their way on the western side of things. Nano in their sights. We only connect for a couple bullets here, and you see the 1 player up in the air giving all the comms for Nano.
Golly, that map view is crazy. The fact that we've got a zone pulling toward Popov and military as Omit NA clean up a couple kills is wild. They're just gonna lie in wait and wait for anybody to try to chow them. Frankly, if I am the Falcons, I'm getting as many resources as humanly possible. I need every ounce of information I can find. I need recon drones, I need UAVs, and I need those durable gas masks if we can get them. Of course, you want to use some recon contracts to find the new zones. You need to know if it's going to be your side of the river or if we do pull to military. Military pull is massive for this team. Again, you only need, it looks like 31 total kills, or total points rather, in order to make it to our threshold. FaZe Black right there in the mix. COD Immunity a little bit in a blender, but way less needed from them.
You see the streaks being called in. You got a portable radar in the back pocket. The Revenge Tour team already focusing on Navi, sending them for the hills, but we take the high ground here for flanked. give the comms to the players as they push up onto J-Tech. You can see Blash just over there on the left within the smokes. J-Tech there, falls, and just looking for the full, gets it. Now we just have to locate B-Mark.
This is a nice team wipe again. When you need 31 points, you do need a sizable amount of kills. And then that multiplier is incredibly important as well. B-Mark gets beamed. FaZe Black are off to the races to figure out where they need to go from here. New zone's about to pop, but Team Aiden is back into Superstore after a northern pull. They said, let's head down to Lowtown and hedge our bets. And we go, no, let's head back to our drop spot. And look who's here for a regain. After likely losing Bazaar, it's Panda trying to find a place on the map that they can call their home in the latter half of this tournament.
Well, FaZe on your screen, and you've also got the Epions, and well, let's see if we can take them down. Freddy on the roof, you can see the Bunker Buster will connect for some damage and be a little detrimental towards them, but Sage just needs to find that opening. It's gonna be Swag, though, that brings it straight to him.
FaZe can definitely drop a big enough game to get to our threshold. You need 39 points as of right now. That is well within reason for a team this talented. They haven't, I don't think, dropped a game that big, but they've been close a couple times. They need a 2x multiplier or more, and of course, they gotta make sure that the Falcons don't win. Couple other key notes, though. Up into pop-off, Cloud9 has taken a northern rotation for the first time since the start of this tournament. Cloud9 went from Seaport all the way up and are contesting in pop-off with the Falcons. We'll tune into that in a little bit because it does look like Biffle's taking down 4Js, which means the Falcons likely are going to get a clean wipe here shortly.
There's a couple other teams still up in the north as well with Cloud9 Revenge Tour. They like to position themselves towards that end game early and then let the fighting do the work for teams that still are on the brink of 150. The squad on your screen, 15 points away, and then you check in with the Falcons, and man, it's kind of scary when you start seeing the north clear out for them.
Well, Joe on the rotation fighting B-Mark means Biffle can get an easy third party. He's going to steal that kill away from B-Mark and says, hey, thanks for cleaning that up for me, my man. Now I'm on 2. How about I kill you as well? That's 3 if he can get the clean wipe. Take a look at this new zone. It's not a true pop-off circle, and frankly, probably won't end there at all. We might be seeing that Superstore South military circle that's actually going to favor where the Exiles are and FaZe Black.
It's one of those circles I was calling out while we were chatting before the game. I was like, hey, can we get one of them? That would be great to see. For Community, though, who land Zaravan City, have one of the longest rotations, and the timing will be of the essence. But first, we've got to deal with noobs. We've got to deal with Vitality. Yet again, we do it with ease. Dongi on 5 eliminations, 9 minutes in to the drop number 7.
Dongi is not looking to relinquish that top fragger title that he has currently earned. And again, this squad has worked so hard through every single map to make some of the hardest rotations through city and across the river. And finding Patzuka, Vitality has just been in a blender this whole tournament, unfortunately. And Rational is going to say, hey, Dongi, that's for you, my man. We're going to set you up for success and continue to make sure that you are the top fragger. I think that's now 6 for Dongi. Make it 7 for Dongi in this game. If you had any question that Community would be past our threshold after this one, I'm sure those questions are dropping out of your head quick.
Still got to get to the north we go, into Lowtown or through it. Omit EU elsewhere. Aiden's team fighting multiple squads, getting into the mix, but now we set our sights onto the dark. He peeks, Unrational connects, we rip the plates off him. Can we take it from Castillo? This damage that Unrational has been able to do with the Moors is allowing Dongi and Scummin to just circle around them and deal the rest of the damage and get those eliminations.
Unrational's played the perfect support player. You're not going to see him on the top fragging list, but he is setting up his teammates for success over and over again. It would be fun to look at his damage as well to set up his teammates. But Dongi's going to make the push, look for the isolation of the 1v1. Castillo out, not a full isolation though. We lose Dongi in the process. Again, a hair too aggressive. This team could have played slower and they could have saved Dongi's life. Instead, they're going to spend some cash. Back up to Popov, the only team in Popov, at least on this side of Popov, on the south-hand side. It's this Revenge Tour squad. We got B-Mark, J-Tech, and Slide. They're here to play, and they've been up here all day. And frankly, I'm not sure they're getting paid for it. They've been hanging out near the edge of Kotovo and Popov, and have had a little bit of a slow day today.
Yeah, they had that buy station there that they had just passed by, and it was during that fire sale course of time. We see just how much funds the Falcons have in the back of their pocket. We all have durables, we have self-reses, we've got the UAVs. We are poised to take this towards the end, and knowing that all of them usually have a portable buy, but it's FaZe, and they keep on moving. You can see Superstore just upon the horizon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's definitely Aiden shooting out over the top of them. With Superstore still in zone, they said, we dropped here, and we're gonna defend it as well. Aiden, they need a pretty big game, but everybody's coming to them. Just a question of how many kills can they pick up in that rotation. FaZe having a good one right now, a sizable amount of eliminations for this squad. Currently 4, obviously, for Sage, looking to figure out where do we go from here. Redeploy drones and everything in between. They've got every piece of resources they need to find success on this map, and they have cleaned out Lowtown. And now just got to figure out, do we want to run at Superstore? Do we want to run at Aiden? Or do we need to maybe make a different rotation? I think they're going to wait on this zone. So let's take a look at that zone if we can. It's going to be closing here in about 10 seconds and see where it goes. Does it go to military? Is it the one we've been waiting for? I think it might be, Tiff.
If it does, I love where Team Aiden has positioned themselves in Superstore with that buy station. And man, this is going to get wild really quick. I look towards Team Zach, who have actually fallen dead center for the most part on that island. FaZe now have to rotate just a little north, just to where we saw Superstore, right? Team Aiden in, but think of how open this positioning is, and I love that you see Omit EU in the dead center with the train, so they'll have a buy station, resupply on that ammo cache, but how are the Falcons going to approach this one? You've got Omit NA just towards your east.
Yep, Omit NA is trying to play gatekeepers, and well, the Falcons say, let's stay true to our namesake, let's take to the skies. And whether or not that's a good decision, we'll decide here shortly, because they are on edge of zone. Young trying to shoot beams, trying to shoot down the heli. So Shifty has to run a marathon to get to zone. No kills to his name, but it doesn't matter. They don't need him. Just a win is needed from this squad. Omit NA trying to play gatekeepers. This is a fight that's going to happen. Without a vehicle, it has to happen if you're Omit NA. They're having a good day today, but they need a great day. And to do that, you need more games.
No, I don't even want them to be gatekeepers. I want them to pull a full-on Gandalf and say, you shall not pass. But Biffle still putting the hurt down onto Omit NA. The smokes come out, try to cut those lines of sight, but all it's going to take, one live ping, maybe an advanced UAV. They've got the funds. They've already thrown down the portable buy, and Biffle is looking to get mixy. Thought about jumping up on the truck, doesn't do it, but Omit NA dropped to the low ground, and from the north, you can see another squad, EP-Downs, want to get in on the action.
Yeah, Revenge Tour also playing cross. We're going to do a quick listen in with the Falcons to see where they go from here, because there's a lot of teams looking at them.
Our teammate just came. Look at this guy. Our tower's got a car. They're just laying down. Look, they're laying down. They're getting shot in the back, probably. They're just laying down on our side. Cracked them. Still with their car. I got a pee on that shit, alright? I got a pee on that shit. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up and get some shit. Look behind us.
You did recon, by the way. They're gonna get third, bro. Look, they're all about to fucking fly hella.
I'm gonna grab a fucking mortar real quick, though. So set up this game. I got a util box.
We'll go get some too. I'm getting a mortar.
I bought a mortar and a util. I bought a mortar and a util.
I'll buy the one. I'm
gonna get a bunker.
I'll buy some shit too. Okay.
How about a mortar?
It'd be nice to have it in pocket.
Yo, I have a portal as well, alright? Mortar, bunker, and a UE. Look at this end game, bro. It's gonna be that one bridge end game on top side.
Yeah, I got another bunk and another util, okay?
Yeah, use cover because right next time is gonna look.
Yeah, we just gotta buy six on our shit now. Right team. Yeah, we could also get another advance then. Yeah. I'll drop our money.
Bro,
take up a little bit of space. You see us get deep left? We have a recon drone us, by the way. Under us, just spotting us. He's just right here, idle.
Kill it.
Right here on our side, on our side, on our side.
He's got it. One. Good loot. I got that full again.
Fucking loot. Teammates closer. Behind this car, behind the portable, behind the portable.
Bump that portable.
Careful of our back tip.
Looking at our back tip.
that portable, just make sure he's not in there.
The top side, listen. It's that end game with one.
Nothing.
You know what I'm talking about? Top side. We want to be on top side.
There you go. They're right here. Yep. 3.
Well, the IGL Hisoka has spoken. He says topside, we go topside, and we'll see if he's right. I'm sure he probably is. Now, a couple teams in the area to play spoiler. Of course, you see FaZe Black there lurking in the shadows on that high ground position. They are outside the zone. The spot he's talking about is just to the south of that, and you actually see on our map that Omit EU is on the train tracks, just to the east side of that kind of northern end zone that he's talking about. So we'll see if it ends up going there. Omit NA has completely abdicated from this fight. and they've actually gone onto the island, dead center of all that water, and are reaping teams as well. So they're moving up this leaderboard pretty dramatically as FaZe Black is trying to creep down into zone, and they might be held here by the Falcons.
Oh, flanked down and out. The angles that you can take from this bridge. So if you think about the biggest threats to it, it is FaZe Black, right? They dive down to the low ground here, but also Exiles and military base side of thing, XTH. You've got a couple more over there, even Team Super Evan, but they've got to clear it out. And now Community on double-digit eliminations have set their sights onto Omit NA. Let it burn. We need 7 more points.
This island is ours. My goodness, Omit NA obliterated off the island, and Youngsta swimming for his life right now, looking for any semblance of a multiplier. We have 16 teams remaining, and Community likely has done enough at this point. I'm not going to call it that they're past 150 points, but I'm sure they will be, especially if they can secure top 10, which is likely looking like it will be the case. You see Super Evan's team in the Salmon 9 off the right-hand side. Omit EU on the train right now, on the train's tracks. This is win condition that the Falcons were talking about. They got here early. Anybody else that's been playing a lot of scrims, they know this spot well. Shifty a little bit isolated, knowing that the Italians are down below. He is actually out in the gas, getting held by a couple teams from distance. He's going to smoke and run and try to help out his teammates by wiping these Italians. Unfortunately, there's a long angle on it.
There really is, but their ability to put themselves into a god spot with the least amount of resistance is uncanny. Team Super Evan there on the train, out in gas. Biffle with their eyes set straight onto him, but it backs on up. You can see Team Aiden from the south, out of Superstore we go. They seem closer to the circle alongside FaZe from the south. The big fight here is going to be Aiden. It's going to be Exiles as they reek up on that eastern side of things.
All eyes on the Falcons, but in the top right-hand corner, you see that FaZe is having a banger game right now. There is a chance if FaZe wins this, they can also breach 150 points. Yes, this might be the final map. These might be the final moments of the final map, where we could see several teams past our 150-point threshold at the end of this one. Top 10 means Community likely done enough. Super Evan falls in 11th. Unfortunately, no multipliers for you, but Ahsoka on high ground. It's Youngstas playing spoiler as a solo from distance. Luckily, just a hair enough cover to stay alive as Omit EU trying to regain, and Ahsoka has a flank.
And the angles, right? Omit EU, formidable foes, but they're already preoccupied with Team Aiden on the other side. Z-Smith down and out, and Omit NA wiped. Shifty, this is where he's going to get crazy. He's going to extend out, look for these eliminations. Third party at Omit EU. The formidable foes, they're down, they're out. More eliminations across the board, but Community 0.8 points away. They're still up in it. Can they get to 150? Can they stop the Falcons?
Unbelievable. DJ Moss was able to pick up a lot of eliminations and stay alive, but the Falcons have all 3 up, and everybody else is killing each other. The Falcons are in the best position to win it all. They not only have high ground, sure, they got to move into zone, but FaZe is going viral in the water. It's Clapper trying to play spoiler. Lynn FIFA, sure, you're still up. FaZe doing everything they can to try to breach the threshold. Community is past it. They are on threshold, but it may not matter. The Falcons are the only team, I believe, with all 3 alive besides Team Clapper, who I believe are nearly dead last. The Falcons are probably going to win it. Can anybody answer the call to stop this dynasty?
They were a wild card for a reason, was that Team Clapper, but what can they do when you have the playable space, when you have the angles? They're unleashing their inner kaijus and reaping it straight across to Lennon we go. FIFA sitting ducks in the water.
Chance. There's no chance. The Falcons have the best position. All 3 up. Plenty of resources. Look how many plates they have. Everything is going their way. The only thing that could make this difficult is if this next zone pulls towards Rocket. If they get the pull, maybe. The problem is, it's in the water. It's got to pull all the way to Freddy for this to even be a problem for the Falcons. They've got the best spot. It does. It goes to the Falcons. They have the best spot. They are going to win this game. It's just a matter of time. There has to be an absolutely Herculean effort from somebody else in this lobby to stop this tournament from being over.
And they are just putting the pressure onto everyone. Left out into the gas we go. Biffle wants to claim the top of that elimination leaderboard, wants to cement the dynasty. We talked about it. Is it the last dance? I don't know, but they could cement themselves in history here.
The Falcons, the flip of the coin, lands on a knife's edge. Freddy, Zanks, you have no chance, my friends. All 3 up, and they're gonna style on them. The Falcons needed 1. The Falcons are your champions. They are inevitable. The dynasty has been etched in stone forever. The Falcons are the best Warzone team of all time. There is no question. There is no debate. No one can shake their finger at him and say, not today. Think about the history. Think about the other teams. The Falcons are the best team to ever grace this game.
You heard it from the Falcons themselves. The interview stating that there is not a single player in the world that they would ever replace one another with. If this is true, if this is Biffle's last dance, you might as well write the perfect final chapter here in Urzikstan.
Vegas goes wild for the champions. Was it what we expected? Sure. Did it happen the way we expected? Certainly not. But when you awoke the Falcons soared, and they won this whole event. Falcons are going to head down to the stage where all the fans are crowding around, because sure, they've won $300,000, but they've also won a trophy that they've got to lift him.
Soka won in Caldera. He reigns supreme here in Urzikstan. Biffle with a back-to-back alongside Shifty as the boys approach one of their prizes, the trophy here, lifted by some of the greatest of all times.
There is no more question. There's no mark on anybody's name. Everybody believes these are the best three players in the world. The Falcons are your World Series of Warzone 2024 champions.
Gotta get a moment. You called it. You said you woke up. You woke up. A man of your word. We've never seen a team like it. Shifty, how do you describe this moment?
It's incredible, man. I mean, for the past months, I've been seeing the number 7, and we won it in fucking Game 7. I mean, I believe in manifestation in this team. I mean, the greatest of all fucking time, the greatest IGL of all time, and hey, the greatest fragger. I think I can say that. You know, fucking 3 for 3. Soka came into this team with a different fucking mindset. We knew we were gonna win. We knew. There's no doubt in my mind. I don't care if we had a bad start or whatever. I knew once we got there that we were gonna ace. And it being on Game 7 was just testament to what I believe in and what the team believes in. We're just the greatest fucking team. But one thing I do have to say, man. One thing I need to say. Listen, please. I need one individual, man. Rob, you need to admit that us three, we are the greatest trio to ever play this game. And I need you also to understand and admit that Diaz Biffle is the best player in the fucking world. It is not anyone that he has said it was. He is the greatest of all time. Because of D, we're able to work as hard as we fucking do. This kid is a fucking GOAT.
Well said, brother. That's for you as well. All right, well, a great team is nothing without a great leader. Soka, you're up next, mate. Firstly, plates. Always need the plates, baby.
Double fisted, baby. What club we going tonight, Chad? Come on, what's up? I'm at the Weird Nightclub. What's up? What's up?
How do you describe this moment? A great tournament from the whole squad, but you've been credited with some of the massive changes, the big wins, the decisions made in game. How do you feel about that?
Feels great, man. You know, last year I came short, came second. No one knows this, but I cried in my room by myself like a little baby. So they introduced me to the team. They had faith in me, and they trusted me. And once there's trust on the team, there's chemistry. We're undeniable. The generational one, baby. You can deny us now.
Undeniable is the only way to describe it. Congratulations once again, fellas. I think I've got one more plate. We've got one more plate to give. Biffle, we'll keep this one. First and foremost, that's for you, sir. Congratulations. Everyone wants to know. The music's finally stopped. Is this the last dance?
I know the competitors, they want us, or they want me to leave because we're too fucking dominant. But I think I'll stay in their fucking nightmares one more year. I'll give it another year, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the Falcons, your World Series of Warzone Global Final Champions.
happened? I'm gonna close my stream down, guys. I love all you guys. Farewell.